And
Make it.
hello,
We're alive. We're
Game
alive.
Changer Sports Network community. How are you all doing today? That is right. It is Sunday. It is the biggest party of the summer, which means you have to have the biggest panel of guys to be with you as we watch WWE SummerSlam. Coming right out of Florida from the Amway Center inside the WWE Thunderdome. What?
Did you just call us fat?
I did not call you guys fat at
You
all.
said
I said
we
the
were
biggest
the biggest
panel.
party, so we had a big party. So,
I said the biggest panel. Andrew, don't not derail me as I'm doing my opening bit, please. I appreciate that. Well, guys, the live show, the official card has now just started. And before we get into the show, I'll tell you who we are. My name is Nick Lombardi. To my right or left, whatever his orientation is, it is Mr. Andrew Samaru, a great friend of the show. We appreciate you being here, Andrew. Below me is the MVP himself, the gold standard, Mr. Martin Lee. Gotta love him. And diagonal from me, right over here with his UE shirt ready to go after Adam Cole's big win last night over Pat McAfee, we got the man himself, Matthew Boyce. Matt, this is your first time doing our live show with us. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. Let's get this party going.
Let's get this party going. And Dean, what's going on, man? So happy you're here. Luther, what's going on, dude? So happy you're here. Renzo, he's excited. So right now, as we start the show, we got Asuka, and she'll be taking on Bayley in the opening match to SummerSlam. Now, on the pre-show, we saw Mr. Apollo Crews retain his United States title over MVP, which I think is something we all assumed would happen, correct?
Indeed. Kind of expected.
So, okay, no problem, Martin. You bounce for a minute. So, as we start this night off now with the first of the two women's championship matches, what's our thoughts? Do we feel like it's going to be Bayley, it's going to be Sasha who drops their belt, or are both of them losing their titles tonight, or neither of them? Andrew, you go first.
Tricky situation. We're in a position right now where either one of them could believably lose the belts due to some sort of shenanigans. I would like to believe Bayley's probably going to lose her belt here, and Sasha will retain. But that could easily be switched around very, very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I as I did in our show on Wednesday, talked about how I really think the move to make is have Bayley lose tonight, Sasha retain later on. I think that, personally speaking, it is a no-go for both of those girls to drop their titles tonight. Matt, do you have a different idea? Is there somebody else you're thinking should win this, or how are you feeling?
Asuka. That's it.
Say that again?
Just Asuka. That's it.
Asuka. Okay, well,
it's happening.
Now we know. Now we know how he feels there. Dean Yates says Andrew Shamaru for Prez. I don't know if we want to do that. No.
Yeah.
I
Well, it is one.
Andrew 2024. Book it.
It is. This is the exact things we don't do here at the Game Changer Sports Network. And as I digress from this horribly about to become political conversation, Bailey, the role model, is coming out with her best friend, Sasha, the Blueprint. They hold all the gold, guys. They are the women of WWE right now. Bailey is still right now, as we speak, the current SmackDown Women's Champion. Sasha Banks is the Raw Women's Champion, and they are both the Women's Tag Team Champion. So, obviously, they have to be a tag team. You need two people for that. Now, I mean, I think regardless of what happens tonight, can we just give all the credit in the world to these two girls for how they've been just owning the women's division over the last couple of months?
Oh, absolutely. They've been carrying the women's division as it is right now, given that Becky's out due to pregnancy and Charlotte is out due to injury, I believe. As of now, they're pretty much the faces of the division right now, and they've kind of elevated it quite a bit.
Now, Matt, how did you feel at the start of Bailey's heel run, and how do you feel she's progressed through that time?
At the start, shocking. Did not expect WWE to go that direction when they did, but she has definitely elevated her own personal game since then, and has become, as you see on the screen, the three faces of the women's division at the moment.
Absolutely, 100%. Martin, how are you doing, man? You're back with us now. We're just about to get started with Bailey taking on Asuka, defending her SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, Martin, you had a unique opportunity to be part of the WWE Thunderdome. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
So now, Martin, can you tell us what that was like? Because I'm watching it right now, and it just looks like it's a really cool display. It looks awesome, and it feels like it would be a really good time. How did you like it?
So here are my thoughts. So first off, there were a lot of people inside the sections. So I got the 8:15 time slot. Before I got in, I was looking at the Twitter, and I saw so many people complaining, and they haven't got their emails and getting past the first stage, going past, and they're going at standby for like 30 minutes to get notice that the Sunday door was open. Anyways, I got in, and I was in line early and waited, but I couldn't. But I couldn't. So I had to wait till 8:15, and I clicked on the link, and I had to go 7 minutes in the queue just waiting on standby. And it was almost 10 minutes on standby. I was worried that I could not get in. But then I checked Twitter, see what's going on. When I clicked back on the link, I was in. So I was hyped. When I got in, it was near the end of Big E versus Sheamus. But from what I've heard from the people that are watching on TV, the Sunday was awful, and the crowd noise was entirely fake.
All right. So, I mean, obviously some kinks that they need to work out for themselves. It's a completely brand new concept for them. It's also, I mean, we know what the NBA has done. We know what other sports leagues have done. It's one of the biggest, I mean, like fan wall LED things that I've seen. I mean, the NBA's, is nowhere near as big as this. So, I mean,
not in the least.
I mean, so they're listen, it's a lot of bandwidth, it's a lot of connection. It's definitely something they have to work out. But I definitely, obviously, from your experience there, Martin, it definitely could be a challenge for them going forward. But hopefully, as time goes on, they work out the kinks and they're able to make it, make it something that's good.
Another problem I had was it was way too laggy. It was too laggy, and I felt I was watching a laggy SmackDown Live, and there was 100% noticeable problem. WWE needs to fix that. But outside of the crowd noise and it being laggy, I feel it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, and I think definitely they're concerned about they don't want people going on and trolling. They don't want people going up there and making explicitives or chanting AEW. So I'm sure that they want to be able to control that volume and control that noise. Andrew, you were about to say something though.
Yeah, I do actually have a question in regards to that. You mentioned you were on the Thunderdome. When you were on the stream, like, what did you see on your screen as opposed to like, did you see something from like an angle of where your screen was respectively, or did you see it like as a front row seat to like the whole show?
Like a front row seat.
That's sick.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I felt like I was watching the show, and I felt like I was watching the show. It wasn't at any angle at all.
Okay. Nice. So it was basically like as if he was just watching on TV, which is good. So it wasn't like anything was obstructed just because he happened to be in a different spot. I know for a fact that WWE has been looking into doing VR stuff where you would like literally you would buy a seat, but it's a VR seat, so you would get the perspective from that seat. So maybe that's something they do in the future, but not on this scale. As we're rolling along here in this Bayley and Asuka match, Bayley's being very aggressive, going after Asuka, and if you're going to go off storyline, if we're going to pretend, talk about this like it's a sporting move, this is important for Bayley to do, because at the very least, if she loses, she has to do everything she can to incapacitate Asuka so that when Sasha gets to her, she beats her. And Bayley's being very aggressive going after Asuka since the start of this match. Asuka had a little bit of offense, but now Bayley has her in the formal headlock, has her on the ground right now, just trying to wear her out.
Right, and this is a match that Bayley has to win at this point because she's lost a lot of momentum lately. She's been taking a lot of pins during SmackDown and Raw, so this is kind of a proving ground for her in terms of how her story progresses throughout the storyline with Sasha Banks. She has to win, but it's believable she could lose here.
Now, Dean Yates has a very funny comment that I just need to pull up here for a second. He says, but Otis gives up the Money in the Bank to Sonya to save Mandy's job later in the night after Sasha's belt. So in Dean's twisted, crazy world that I hope isn't true, he's going to give the briefcase to Sonya Deville, which now makes it that she's Mrs. Money in the Bank, and she uses the men's Money in the Bank belt to cash in on Sasha later in the night. That'd be insane. And Mike Rosa, one of our great writers and co-hosts on the show on Wednesday, says, look at that absolutely beautiful man in the right bottom corner. I think he's talking about me. No,
that's upper.
He's talking about Mr. Matt down here, of course.
Oh, if you guys are noticing in the match, Sasha's not really paying much attention to what's going on. She's kind of she had her back turned for a moment.
Well, sure, for a moment. She has been giving a lot of facial like kind of expressions and stuff like that, especially earlier in the match when Asuka was rolling. She had a lot of concern on her face.
She's also a lot more relaxed right now. It kind of gives the indicator.
Bayley to Bayley. 1, 2. Wow.
That was close. Close.
That was a very, very quick Bayley to Bayley. Belly to belly. I did not expect.
That was a desperation Bayley to Bayley right there.
It was, and you wonder if she got all of it or not. But I mean, that was the. I mean, let me tell you something. The tagline of this show is "You won't see it coming," and if you can have a Claymore kick out of nowhere, you can have an RKO out of nowhere. Man, I guess you can have a Bayley to Bayley out of nowhere. And a big spear into a pinning combination. 1, 2. Bayley kicks out.
This is a very strong opening.
This is a very strong opening. They're killing it right now.
We got a quick roll up.
Yeah, Andrew, I think you're like exactly
a quarter of a second behind.
Just a quarter, 30 seconds to a minute behind me.
3. It's all good.
I really am enjoying the fact that they're in a major stadium or a major arena, and it's not anymore inside the Performance Center. It just feels like such a bigger show and stuff.
Indeed.
Yeah, agreed.
There's a certain ambiance.
They can do a lot more stuff now.
Yeah, Matt, you were about to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the first. I did not catch SmackDown on Friday, so this is the first time I've seen the Thunderdome, and I am a fan. I really like what they're doing here. The lights, all the screens in the back with all the fans, the pyro.
Big German suplex by Asuka there.
Wow.
Asuka's very intense right now. She go, big hip attack.
1,
Did she have
2,
the pin?
And a kick.
Oh, and a kick out. Oof. That was close.
Also, if you try to refresh while you're in the Thunderdome, don't do it, because if you do it, then you'll lose your seat.
You kicked out.
Yeah,
There's no refreshing for you. WWE is very, very strict on what they're doing for the Thunderdome.
Yeah, because
I mean, how many people do they have in the Thunderdome right now?
Not sure.
A very good amount, but I will also say there were some reports and notices from fans' social media accounts that some of the images seem to be repeating. At some points.
I think that again, and this is something that Bailey's got her in a precarious position right here on the ring rope. Oh my God! Dropping both of her knees onto the ring apron. Oh boy!
And a chop block.
Oh.
Yeah, that's wow. Dropping both of that. Trying to take the knees out from Asuka. Doom chop block, as you said, Andrew. She goes for the pin. Asuka's probably gonna kick out of that.
So now I'm ahead of you guys, oddly enough.
Yeah, it's just WWE Network is a weird thing, man.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, and Bailey is now going for an angle. Looks like almost a heel hook she's trying to do here. Real quick, also, while we're here live. Yeah, while we're here right now in the GCSN, I want to say a big thank you to our friends over at Talk Interference Sports and, of course, Circus Monkey Sports, who are allowing us to simulcast over their shows. We hope you guys are enjoying the content we're giving you. And, of course, make sure you come by tomorrow, Monday, as we have a full week of awesome content for you to check out. So be sure to always stay tuned, even if wrestling's not your thing right now. Oh, and look, we got a code breaker from Asuka.
Wait, Martin, question. Are you actually in the Thunderdome right now while you're doing the stream?
No.
No.
I'm like genuinely curious.
That's a big no.
No. I can't be.
No, they released a whole list of rules of things that you can't do.
Yeah, and you're subject to a fine for it.
And Dean Yates says here, as expected, they have great chemistry, and I have to agree with you. Asuka and Bailey have awesome chemistry right now.
Agreed.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be there tomorrow.
Yeah. Boom! Oh, she's going for a heel hook again.
Ooh,
and you want to know
up the top rope.
A fun trivia fact, actually, when you look back at it, in every single match that Bailey and Asuka has faced off in, Asuka's always beaten Bailey. So the odds are in her favor.
Yeah, the odds are definitely in Asuka's favor, and it definitely makes sense that if we think about how in the past Bailey was booked and how Asuka was booked, it would make sense that Asuka would definitely go over her a fair number of times. I'm going to ask you, Matt, what do you think if obviously, regardless of what happens in this match, and oh my goodness gracious, sunset flip into the bottom corner there. Does Asuka go in the Sasha Asuka match? Was it going to be a clean finish, or are we going to see some shenanigans?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
You got an armbar. Bailey is frantically trying to find her place, trying to get to the rope.
The more this is going on, the more I'm starting to believe Bailey's the one that's going to retain and Sasha's the one that's losing the belt.
It might happen. I mean, this is going on a lot. I mean, they have to also make it that if they have to make it that when Sasha wins, though, that it was because Asuka had a really long match. So that kind of makes sense a little bit.
Right.
This is a great match right now. Almost got her. Boom. Okay. Get to the midsection. She's up against the ropes.
Right, I'm ahead of you guys, so I'm going to hold off.
Boom. And smart.
Beautiful. Smart.
Ball package. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Bailey retains her SmackDown.
And look what happens right after. Right after.
Wow.
Oh, but Sasha goes right after Asuka right now.
The match hasn't begun yet, so they're softening up Sasha. Or softening up Asuka.
Wow. That is a big shock. So breaking news, Bailey has retained her SmackDown Women's Championship.
Which means Sasha's losing. And Bailey's not going to help.
That's what our friend Mike Rosen says.
Yep. Right there, Mike. Right there.
Man,
oh man.
I'm glad they're not doing I'm glad they're not doing Asuka 2 belts.
This is going to be an interesting one.
Well, it's confirmed right now. We will not get an Asuka 2 belts at the end of the night tonight, but will we get a Raw Women's Champion?
I mean,
Asuka.
She's just kicking this. Bailey's a hilarious heel.
Did you guys see the SmackDown where her and Sasha were on commentary? I cannot wait until both of them retire and they go do commentary because they are hilarious on commentary. And they actually sell like stuff during the shows. It's awesome. Like I really want them to do it.
Did Bailey just try to kick the fans?
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
That's what I was laughing at.
Yes.
Sure, we confirm that with everyone that she just kicked people that weren't there. Okay.
She wanted to give a virtual kick to everybody.
Why not?
For well executed virtual.
Renzo's asking, so she's going to work with her tracks or something? No, she's not The Rock. I don't know if she can do the match in her tracks.
So the match is not immediately after.
No, it's not. Well, that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah, to give her some rest time. It does make sense. But I think you might have a thing there, Andrew. Does Bailey kind of say, hey, you know what, Sasha? I kind of took this match on my own because she did not see Sasha interfere. So can she say, hey, listen, girl, I got this on my own. You can get this on your own. I'm going to head out of here. I'm going to go ice my back. And Sasha goes, huh? And then she goes in there and loses to Asuka.
Very possible. Although, see, whatever's going to happen here, it's almost the lock that they're going to lose the tag team championships either on the Raw or SmackDown after.
Now, right now, I'm going to go to a comment that's in one of the groups I shared it to. Yep, I Like Wrestling. We absolutely love our friends over at Yep, I Like Wrestling. They have awesome programs on there. You should always check them out. We have a guy here who's saying, like I said many times, Bailey and Sasha angle is the best thing in wrestling today. Listen, if they can do it correctly, they have one of the best stories. They have had some of the best matches. They've consistently produced
good
matches and good work with. So, hopefully that can continue.
Yeah.
And we also thank you to all of almost the nearly 40 people watching SummerSlam with us right now. For all of you who do not know, my name is Nick. To my right is Mr. Andrew. Below me is Mr. Martin Lee. And diagonal from me is making his debut, the rookie himself, Matt Boyce, the MVP.
Rookie.
The rookie. God, we're all having a good time here. Buzzer, Bailey kick or Randy? The Bailey kick or the Randy Orton cheerleader jump?
Wait, hold on. I actually have to think about this one because you got to take into account a couple of things. In terms of height,
Randy Orton cheerleading, the height was insane on the Randy Orton.
The height, like Randy jumped pretty high, and then Bailey kind of kicked pretty high. So like that, in terms of Randy's got it up like a little bit, but like in terms of like consistency,
then you need context because it was Randy Orton's on a random SmackDown where he just RKO's Mark Henry, and he just is excited. He just goes, woo! And just jumps in the air. I've never seen that much extension from Randy Orton in my entire life. I mean, that was pretty insane.
His shoulders. It's Ray and his mom. Or Dominic and his mom.
Yes, Dominic, Ray, and Mrs. Mysterio showed up earlier in the...
Mysterio.
Mrs. Mysterio showed up during the pre-show.
Wait. Does anybody see that mask in the background?
Yeah, it looks like it's Sin Cara's mask.
It looks like a half mask.
It's Dominic.
Is he going to wear a mask?
By the nose.
Yep.
Well, let's ask everybody here right now, and you tell us in the comment section tell us in the comment section, guys, what you think. Will Dominic wear a mask tonight during his match with Seth Rollins? Matt, what do you think?
Yes. To honor his father, you betcha.
This might be Prince Mysterio.
I'm gonna say
that was
right, Go ahead, Andrew.
Might
go
be
ahead.
set up for him to be Prince Mysterio.
I was gonna say I think he's gonna have the stylings of the mask on his hoodie.
That's very possible. It looks like that right now if we're looking at it. It looks like that can be the case.
It is right there.
But Martin has made a very, very good point because as you guys know, Rey Mysterio, it stands for in Spanish, it's King Mysterio. And what they're suggesting is maybe what's going to happen here is that Dominic comes out as Prince Mysterio, which would really work.
Second.
I think he's gonna have the hood, like similar to AJ Styles' entrance, where he has the hood on, and then like he looks around and maybe takes it off, and then his face is kind of like inevitably he's gonna have to wear a mask because that's you got to continue the Mysterio tradition. But no, I think for this match,
I'm getting a little lag here, so I'll be back.
No problem, bud. So Mr. Dean Yates is saying, okay, even better, Randy Orton jump or Jake's Zack Ryder debut jump. So for anybody who missed when Mr. Matt Cardona, I don't know who this Zack Ryder is. Matt Cardona debuted in AEW. Jake got pretty excited. I thought he just levitated off his chair. So make sure you go back and watch our old episode of that so you can make sure you can see Jake just defy gravity. Like Adrian Neville or Pac, whatever you want to call him. Now Dean Yates says here, I say he's going to wear it for his entrance, but that's it. So maybe he has some kind of a mask covering for the entrance, takes it off. Renzo over here saying that he can see him wearing a mask.
It's very possible.
Yeah, they're doing a video package now about Retribution, which I think the start of Retribution wasn't good. I actually like how they've booked them in the last few times they've done run-ins and stuff. Matt, I'm going to ask you, man, if you had to make a hot take for Retribution, anything about Retribution, who's in it, who's the leader, what they want, if you had to make one hot take, what would it be?
Well, this looks awfully similar to a group that used to run rampant around WWE known as the Nexus. Who was one of the leaders of the Nexus? Come on, you know where I'm at.
Wade Barrett.
Not Wade Barrett.
Oh, you're talking about the new Nexus.
Yes.
Got it.
You mean the guy who says it's clobbering time?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
That guy.
Punk.
This is a perfect way to reintroduce him as a leader of a massive group. And it has to happen.
You know, listen, as I've said in private circles, I think that, you know, they're building up Retribution so much that anything that's not a major name would be a big disappointment. I don't think you could sell somebody on Dominic Dijakovic as the leader of this group. I don't think you can sell someone on even a Tommaso Ciampa as the leader of this group. I think that you need to have a big name. Someone has to be super big, super surprising. And I think that, you know, if you're going to bring CM Punk back, if CM Punk would agree to do anything, I mean, this might be the thing. Dean Yates has an idea. He's saying that, hot take, if Punk is the leader, is AJ Lee one of the girls? Wow. I don't know, Dean. That might be a stretch, but I mean, it's totally possible. Dean also made a person. Clearly, Xavier Woods. Could Xavier Woods be one of the members? That's possible. I actually thought he might be one of the members.
Own theory on that one.
Oh, it looks like we got Kevin Owens joining the commentary team, and he came in very, very professionally dressed, wearing his sleeveless shirt with a red tie. He looks great.
Seems legit. We got the tag team match, it looks like. Angel Garza and Andrade versus Street Profits, I believe, for the tag team titles.
Anthony here says, suck. Now, I don't know what that means.
Scripted.
Luck.
Now,
Your turn, buddy.
Does I suck? Does WWE suck? Does
who sucks?
Kevin Owens suck? Who sucks?
Who sucks?
Who sucks? Who sucks?
So I got a theory in terms of Retribution before this match actually starts.
Please go right ahead.
So this kind of feeds in. Like, SummerSlam's whole tagline is, you'll never see it coming. So it implies that whoever it is, you're not going to see him coming or her coming. Therefore, I can only surmise, after doing about 2 seconds of calculations on my calculator, that who else could it be but someone that you can't see?
There it is.
Do, 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 do.
No.
Do, do,
No.
do, do.
No.
How to get fans to hate you.
I can already hear the wabba do 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 do.
All right. Well, right now we have Andrade, Angel Garza, and of course Zelina Vega, the best manager in the history of the earth, as far as I'm concerned.
Who seriously hasn't been arrested yet? She poisoned the man on camera.
She did poison
I'm
the man.
pretty sure that is assault with the hints of battery.
Now, Matt, what were you just saying before Andrew spoke?
I would like a much larger size of Angel Garza's shirt.
I am there with you, good sir. I definitely need a much larger size shirt of Angel Garza. But I think that, like, I feel like if I wore that, I'd look more like Rick Ross than Angel Garza, or like, I don't know. But I think that this can work. That is a hot shirt.
It's. I would zip
it. I would zip it up. He looks like what Joe Exotic wanted to look like.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Joe Exotic. That's what Joe Exotic always imagined himself looking like and being like. That's what I think he thought of.
Sure, but I will point out. Renzo pointed out on his last comment. He's got some translations as to what Dominic's name could be: Principe Mysterio, Conde Mysterio, Infante Mysterio. All of those are very plausible. I think it's going to be Principe Mysterio to kind of introduce the prince gimmick going on with him. But it's hard to say. It's very hard to say.
Well, guys, now here come the Street Profits to a reigning amount of solo cups. I absolutely love it, and they're wearing green.
Is that Kermit the Frog on camera?
I don't see Hermit the Frog on camera.
It was when Montez was coming out, and there was Kermit the Frog on one of those Thunderdome screens.
I love it. Now, obviously, they're wearing all green for the obvious reason of they're celebrating the fact that the Boston Celtics swept the Sixers.
I love that.
Like the trash they are. Or they're wearing green because their favorite sports website, their favorite place to get their sports content is Game Changer Sports Network. I choose to believe that.
What he said.
That Korea. Y'all trying to get the smoke. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Hey. Now, of course, oh man, they're just raining down solo cups on top of all the screens.
I love it.
Pick who do you think is winning this match, either the Street Profits or Zelina's squad. Let us know in the comments.
Squad.
Dean Yates was not happy at my Philadelphia Sixers comment, so I retract, Dean. Come on, you're still Title Town, man. You got the Eagles. Okay, let's keep watching wrestling.
You got Super Bowl.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Right? That's what the song is, right? I don't know.
So we gotta think it's at this point that Street Profits is probably losing the belts, correct?
Yes.
It seems kind of believable because Street Profits has not done much, if anything, with the tag belts. I mean, they're very entertaining. Don't get me wrong. I feel like there's more progression with Garza and Andrade holding the belts at this time. What do you guys think?
You go ahead, Matt. You go ahead first, Matt.
I couldn't agree more. They teased a rift between the two. Actually, there was a rift between the two, but since then they've mended their fences, and I believe they've beat this team twice now. I don't know if that is accurate or not.
Once or twice they have, yes.
So now with the belts on the line, I think you see Andrade and Garza win.
Wow.
Yeah, I was mad here. I feel this is the best time for Garza and Andrade to win right here.
Yeah, I really think that they got to take the win here. I mean, they've been doing stuff with this tag team for a long time now on TV, and it just feels like it's been going absolutely nowhere. And they're finally in a spot now. They're in a tag team match, SummerSlam. It has at least some semblance of a story behind it. You have 4 incredibly gifted men in this match. Put on a show and give these guys the rub that they deserve, making them tag champs. And let's start rebuilding this Raw tag team division, because we always are criticizing the tag team divisions in WWE, but especially is the Raw tag team division, which to me is just useless. It really just does absolutely nothing for me.
So who are the teams left on Raw? You've got the 2 on screen right now.
Viking Raiders.
I
can't think of anybody else.
The Authors of Pain are off because one of them is hurt.
Again. So I don't know what more you can do with that.
You've got, I guess technically if you wanted to count it, you could do Ziggler and Rude. Because I think Rude is still in.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't done anything with Bobby Roode. He's not like injured or anything like that.
No, I think he's in quarantine in Canada.
Yes.
This is true. It could be the quarantine.
Yeah, because he's in Canada.
It makes it. I mean, they're kind of stuck based on what they've got going on right now because of the quarantine. So it's a weird spinning of the cycle right now that you kind of just have to go with.
Mr. Circus Monkey Sports himself, Gavin, saying, "Let's go!" Oh yeah, doing his best Macho Man Randy Savage impression. The cream of the crop. All right, let's keep it going here. Our man Clinton.
What's going on, buddy?
Saying Lashley and MVP and Benjamin are all still on Raw. So those are a tag team, I guess. But really, no, you're right, Matt. You brought up a really good point. It took a little bit for us to think of it. It isn't like we could just ring a bunch of names off. At least with SmackDown, I know that I have Miz and Morrison. I have
Lucha House Party,
Heavy Machinery,
the New Day.
New Day to an extent. Cesaro and
Nakamura.
Yeah, Nakamura and Sheamus, which to me is an awesome tag team. They at least have some semblance of organization. It just feels like the tag team division on Raw is just all over the place.
Oh, yeah, agreed.
If we're waiting on the return of Austin Theory, you have a potential team with him and Murphy. That is definitely something to look out for.
Yeah, I'll see him returning anytime soon.
Might not. Oh.
Montez Ford is a very underrated athlete. I mean, I don't know if you guys were insane, but like everything that he's been doing right now has been very crisp compared to when you saw him in NXT.
Well, absolutely. Look, Circus Monkey Sports saying to us, "You all rock. Keep up the great stuff." Well, big shout out to our friends over at Circus Monkey Sports. We love you, man. You're awesome. Thank you again so much for letting us simulcast on your platform. And I'll see you on Monday, buddy. We got a lot of stuff to talk about baseball and
I'll send you a banana
and unwritten rules. I'll talk about that on Monday. All right. Lashley and MVP, give them a tag title shot. I mean, that's not an impossible. If you're not going to make Lashley a main event star, you might as well make him an entertaining star with MVP.
So, yeah, that one.
Actually, I think they may be starting to plant the seeds for that because on WWE's The Bump this morning, they did have Bobby Lashley call out Brock Lesnar.
Wow.
So that they could be starting to plant the seeds and maybe using Raw Underground to kind of start the wheel in motion for that.
Now, if you do Raw Underground right, if you do that feud, what a payoff would that be of? It's like after weeks and weeks of him challenging him, he's not coming out. Door just flies off handles, and there's Brock Lesnar. He goes into Raw Underground, and he just brutalizes somebody there. And brutalizes 5 people at once in there and accepting Lashley's challenge. That'd be cool. A huge double foot stomp right now from smooth as silk. These guys are having a great match so far.
And Garza with a nice submission move to kind of ground Montez right now. So Montez is really the babyface in peril.
Right. Well, they're doing the classic thing up. They're cutting the ring in half. Montez can't get any action at all. They're suffocating him, not allowing him to be the high flyer that he is. And the last thing you want is for him to be able to tag in the heavy of the two, Dawkins, because then you get yourself into a problem.
It does raise the question, and I'll pose this to the comment section as well out of curiosity. Do you think that Angelo Dawkins makes more of the fiery babyface making the comeback, or does that role kind of seem more suited to Montez Ford?
I think the personality of Montez Ford would call for that, but here we have right now Dawkins just laying
Pikachu on screen.
There is a Pikachu on screen. That is correct.
There's a Pikachu on screen.
Whoa! Big spinning back fist. Holy crap! That was a massive spinning back fist and a big spear to Andrade by Dawkins. But Dawkins might be a little bit phased, guys. I mean, boom. That spinning back, that looked like a Judas effect on him, for God's sakes. That was intense.
Andrade's back elbow. I feel like that was the precursor to Jericho's Judas effect because he's been using that since NXT.
Yeah. Oh, here
It's
we go.
smooth.
Montez Ford does a big leap. Oh, wait. 1, 2.
Ooh, that was
He
close.
got caught trying to cheat. You can't do that, man.
Oh,
Dean Yates does bring up a good point. You want Ford because of the hops, but Ford seems to be the one you want selling, and that's kind of the funny little conundrum you have with Street Profits. Montez Ford is very good at ragdoll physics, but his style also fits to that fiery babyface. So it's kind of
Absolutely
tricky as to what you want to have him to do.
Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'll pose it to Matt first. Do you think Zelina Vega at some point should get into the women's division and start wrestling more?
Absolutely.
I like to see that.
with the
I
way
just feel-
all either women's division on either show is right now, with Charlotte being out, with Becky Lynch being out, with Ronda Rousey's pending maybe return. The more talent you have on a show, the more challengers each champion can face.
Huh.
Wow. Okay. So,
Whoa!
yeah. Well, first of all, a massive spinning frog splash from Montez Ford, and
That
they
was
pretty
retained-
smooth.
Wow, they retained.
the Street Profits retain their title. That is, wow.
That is
Interesting.
insane.
I
That
mean,
is
On top
in-
of that, they started they're continuing the teases of the breakup with Zelina and Garza.
so yeah, so I can see Garza being. I can see that happening soon.
That's not.
There's a lion on the screen too. They're not monitoring the Thunderdome properly.
Okay, I'm sorry. This makes so little sense. Why? First of all, it makes no sense to break up this tag team with Garza and Andrade and Zelina. Makes absolutely no sense to do that.
Okay.
Also, what was the whole point of Bianca Belair getting involved if you weren't going to do anything with them at the payoff?
Exactly.
That's WWE logic for you.
I mean, that's just stupid.
I think they're probably going to have a match on Raw. I feel like that's going to be the blow off to that part.
Hopefully
is-
there.
This is
Hopefully
stupid.
there we can get Garza and Andrade as champions.
Also, what was the point of Kevin Owens coming out and doing commentary?
He was feuding with Garza and Andrade. He's just kind of there as a foil.
I mean, but it's just. I guess this left a really bad taste in my mouth. I don't like this at all. I feel that really it was Garza and Andrade's time to get that. But as you guys just saw it now, tag team match over. Street Profits retain their Raw tag team titles.
So now who do they face?
I mean, I'm okay with it, but they need to do something with the Street Profits. It's kind of weird to just have them win match after match and not have any progression going in. They're just there as baby faces partying because they got a title.
Yeah.
You know?
Bailey,
Yeah.
Now
Bailey has a broom.
I don't mind.
Ready for that sweep? He said ready for that sweep.
It's sweep.
Now, where are they doing this interview?
It's probably in the performance center.
It's got to be in the performance. Yeah, this is exactly what it looks like. It looks like they're in a performance center. But
yeah,
that's,
it looks like it.
I do like that setup though.
looks like it's a very, very nice setup with them inside the ring doing it. I have my mic. I have the volume turned all the way down here, so I don't know what they're saying. So make sure you guys let me know what they're saying there.
Well, Sasha's talking about tags with the main slide. I think the match with Sasha and Asuka is next. Could be wrong.
Okay. And our friend Brandon Herrera is here. Brandon,
Hey, what's going
hello, sir. One of the MVPs, one of our oldest and most consistent fans here over at the Game Changer Sports Network. Always checking out stuff. And there's Bailey just sweeping away in front of just reminding all of us how the Celtics completely swept the 76ers. I'm just doing that again to make Dean mad.
Bailey, what are we looking at here?
I don't know what's going on.
It's a ad for the WWE ice cream bars or little sandwiches, which are surprisingly they're actually pretty good. I found them at one point in like some store somewhere, and I was like, you know what? Let me give it a shot because it reminded me of the WWE ice cream bars way back when. So I was like, okay, let me see what it's like. It's actually good. I wouldn't buy it again, but it's actually good.
Where are my ice cream bars?
Not there. Those are sandwiches, but you know they're close enough. You know, it's like a 50-50 thing.
The wrestlers they used to promote it at the beginning aren't wrestling.
That's a problem. No, you. Oh, whoa, we're getting a payback.
1 week after SummerSlam.
The debt collector. It's time to get paid.
Which makes no sense at all.
Paybacks. Guard up. Talking smack. No one escapes. Payback. Oh, they're okay. I guess they're already.
This still makes no sense to me.
Now this is
having a show right after SummerSlam. It makes no sense.
Now what's Michael Cole saying right now?
Rose and Deville. That's the next match.
Okay, but I'm just trying to figure out exactly what Payback pay-per-view is going to be, though, because they're making it out that it's going to be like, it's where things are settled. They just showed a package with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, which makes absolutely no sense. I can't believe
honestly, I would say don't think about it, because if you're thinking about it now, you're going to be left disappointed when that time actually comes.
So let's move on from there. We're now going to get to the Sonya Deville, Mandy. Oh my God.
Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose. I can't believe I lost my Mandy Rose. I was about to say Mandy Rhodes, which is a very different last name than Rose.
You know what would fix that, Nick? You know what would fix that? A nice bottle of 7-Up.
Oh God. Okay. Well, this match, this feud started. It was a little hokey, and their match was supposed to be a hair versus hair match. And it has now turned into loser leaves WWE match. Is that correct? Am I reading that wrong? Yes, loser leaves WWE. I don't like to make assumptions like this, but I think that because of that stipulation change, I didn't realize that it was absolutely the loser leaves WWE. I do think it's going to be Sonya losing tonight because something tells me that the criminal investigation that's going on with her, where she's involved in, where there was the attempted kidnapping on her. I think there's a good chance she might be taking time off to handle all the fallout that comes with that. Possibly any of the legal ramifications, as well as, maybe any, any personal help she's going to try to get for it. I mean, I don't want to talk about someone like that. I'm not in their shoes, but I definitely think that outside situation could have a role in this match.
Yeah, this is perfectly to write Sonya off so she can deal with her personal stuff and deal with the investigation. And I like the idea.
No, definitely it looks like this is a way you can easily write her off here. I just don't see them writing Rose off television for any extended period of time. That just makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah,
Andrew, what do you think? Do you think that the stipulation changes anything? Am I thinking too much into this? Could we instead be getting it under control? Could it be a total swerve? What do you think?
It's a very tricky situation because from the start, this seemed to be like a perfect chance for Mandy to get the comeuppance and shave Sonya. But with the way that things have been going in real life, I don't really want to comment too much on it because of the legal proceedings that are coming out of it. Mm-hmm. But it seems to make a little bit more sense to have Sonya lose and this becoming a loser leaves WWE match, just so she's able to handle all of those situations and come back with a clearer mind.
Yeah, now Dean Yates makes an interesting point here. He says the whole situation might make her want to just get out of the public eye for a little bit. Again, as we discussed on the show on Wednesday, this is a very, very, traumatizing situation, a very, very real, very dangerous situation that she was involved in. So she might have just went to management and said, listen, guys, I need to take a couple of months off. I really got to get my head on straight. and hopefully I can come back with a much clearer thought process and stuff. Matt, what do you think as Sonya Deville makes her way out to the ring right now?
I mean, things all point to that being, I think we're in a unanimous agreement here that is exactly what's going to happen. But we're over. Most of us are over 2 so far. I'm over everything, so we'll see what happens.
Now, Renzo our
ahead.
good friend of ours, Renzo, makes a very interesting point here. He says, I don't know why I can't pop this up. Here we go. I think Sonya is literally knocking on the roof for being champ, but the door is locked, so don't put your belt on just yet, in my opinion. I don't know. And I have not seen Mandy's entrance, and I'm only seeing Sonya's entrance, which Sonya looks fire, too. Mike Rosa, yes, no, there is no more hair versus hair match. This is strictly just a loser leaves WWE match. Now, what's interesting is, didn't they just introduce a new attire for Mandy, and she's just coming out with another attire? I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's fine.
It's a brand new look that she's kind of experimenting with, so I guess she's just kind of trying to find a niche.
Renzo is commenting on Sonya's original gear as she came out with the big jacket she had on. She says it's Sister Nero.
That's funny. That's funny.
Sister Nero, I knew you'd come.
All right, so here we go. Loser leaves WWE. Rose versus Deville.
And yes, Dean, thank you so much for asking. We are on Twitch. So, guys, right now, if you're having trouble watching us on Facebook, make sure you go over to Twitch and check us out on there. You can find us easily at official_GCSN. Again, that is official_GCSN. We really, really, really would really appreciate your support on Twitch. That would really help us out. We got Wendy Boy saying, I think Sonya will stay. If my home had been broken into, I wouldn't want to be there. Now, Matt, do you know who this person is? You guys happen to share the same last name.
I wonder.
Who is that?
My mother-in-law.
Oh, look at that. We love it when it's a family affair here at the GCSN. And she follows up by saying, I'm guessing she'll win so she can stay on the road as long as possible. She doesn't have to be home for the investigation. Now, so she's taking a totally different road with this.
That's a different.
She's saying maybe she just wants to stay the hell away from everything, and she, would rather just focus on home. Wow, Mandy Rose just did a suplex onto the entrance. Wow, did not see. Mandy Rhodes is
very ahead of you guys actually right now. So I'm at the point where she tosses her into the ring post.
Yeah, we just got there now. Maybe you want to pause your thing for 3 seconds. I don't know. You make the determination yourself. A new hairdo from Miss Mandy as well. New hairdo, different attire. It seems like her hair is perfect to put into a ponytail and cut. I will say that. What?
Her attire looks like Trish Stratus's debut attire.
Oh!
I'm just making that connection.
Well, listen, people are saying that she is just throwing around Sonya right now. She's not on top of the announce table. She makes a big jump, big clothesline off the announce table onto Sonya Deville. But many people have been saying that WWE looks at her as the next Trish Stratus. They feel that she has the look, that she has the appeal, and that she even has the ring ability, which I think they probably handicapped her and limited her for what she can do.
It's very possible. As Mandy pulls out a table, I don't know if you guys are caught up with me on that part yet.
We got a table. Yep, we got table.
Cool. Then we are on the same page. Also, can I also point out, why is there tables and candlesticks underneath the ring if they're disqualifications in wrestling?
Well, in regular matches, they're disqualifications, not in normal matches. I don't know what is Mandy trying to do right now with this table. She's trying to pick it up. I don't understand what she's trying to do.
Tables are pretty heavy, man. I'm just saying.
She's never had to use a table before, I don't think. So maybe that was the first time. So that's a little difficult. She got it now. Oh, there we go. My God.
It makes me wonder if either of them are kind of heavy enough to break through the table.
I don't know. I think they both have to go through the table. I don't know if they can just have one of them. That was a nice double slap there to the face from Sonya Deville. You see that? It was like a bang, bang. Boom. Throws her right now onto the announce table, just throwing her head right into that board there. Dean Renzo says, Scott Steiner circa 1993 WWE gear. Yes, Mike Rosa said it best. Tabling is hard. In the words of Jerry the King Lawler, she's got wood.
Terrible. Terrible.
That's what he would say.
He would. Oh, dang it. And
As Mike says, tabling is hard.
tabling.
Yeah, he did say tabling is hard. Renzo says, I hope it actually breaks on Impact unlike someone else not so long ago. If we all remember the hilarious time that Charlotte Flair did absolutely everything in her power to make Sasha break a table, and she just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Brandon has this face. I don't know exactly what he's referring to. It might have been my comment. I retract. Sonya Deville now taking control of this match, throwing her into the corner, hitting her with some knees. I mean, the attires also make sense. Sonya Deville has the straight black. Mandy Rose has the white. Definitely, those are the themes here and stuff like that that they usually both go for. So it makes sense.
Somebody in here.
Now, I'm going to ask you guys this question. Do you think that, and let's pretend this is Sonya's, they're writing off Sonya here, even if they're not writing off Sonya, do you feel that Sonya could have been a bigger star at times than they gave her credit for?
Honestly, I feel like Sonya could be the women's champion. Honestly.
Absolutely.
She has the look, she has the appeal, she has the skill set to match for it. She could be a very believable women's champion.
Yeah, I'm with Andrew here. I think she could be an amazing women's champion. She's got everything going for her, but she just needs to get through this investigation and all this other stuff, and then hopefully WWE will want to book her to be at the top heel of the women's division again.
Guys, she's got some scratch mark tattoos on her right shoulder. Clearly, she's going to Impact Wrestling to join up with EC3.
That's something I would say.
It really is something you would say, and I'm surprised you
I'm
didn't.
rubbing off on you there, champ.
We got a triangle submission hold here from Sonya Deville. She's obviously the more technical expert here. Of course, a former mixed martial artist in her own right. And
honestly, one could could argue Sonya's carrying this match right now.
well, that's definitely true. And from a character perspective, we know that these two have spent a lot of time together. That they were a tag team. They were split up. They were brought back. So they know each other very, very well, and they can play to each other's strengths throughout the match.
Well, I will present a counterpoint to that, though. Because, they do live in the same house. They do train together. They tag together and stuff. But conversely enough, you also have the Hardy Boys, who are great as a tag team, but terrible in singles matches together.
That's a very, very fair point. Even though I would say that the WrestleMania match they had was pretty good, no?
That's one out of a sea of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The I Quit match wasn't that good. They've had a couple other matches that weren't that great. Oh, high knee there from Mandy. She got her right in the chest. Let's go one.
Mandy's high knee.
I did not say that. That's not what I said. You should be ashamed of yourself. You know what?
I am
you know what?
not. I am
You know what? You know what? You're in timeout now.
You,
I'm gonna put him in timeout. I'm putting him in timeout for 5 seconons, and I'm gonna bring him back in a minute.
let him come back.
He's back. He's back now.
And the viewer count dropped.
The viewer count dropped after your comment, maybe, but that's besides the point. I can't gather what we were just talking about because of that terrible comment. Now she's driving Sonya Deville into the announce table. Mandy Rose is the one who opened up the table. She's now looks like she's about to put she put Sonya on top of the table. I would think that she's going to be the one going through the table by herself. As we all know, whoever sets up the table is usually the one that goes through the table.
The rule of wrestling.
And our friend Carissa saying, he was put in the penalty box. Yes, you were, Andrew. Yes, you were. Penalty box. Brandon is saying that was the best 5 seconds of his life. Wow, I did not say that. You did.
Oh, no.
Sure.
Got off the table.
Here's Chef.
Flipping the table.
Oh, here she misses.
Boom! Wow, 2 big kicks.
Wow.
We got our friend Dan over here. What's going on, Dan? Dan has a prediction for later in the night. He says, I think The Fiend will win. And, well, he has a big match tonight against Braun Strowman. We do not know how that match is going to go out. We know it's a false count anywhere match, too. So a lot of shenanigans can happen there. We'll have to see. Oh,
I mean, it's almost guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a lot of shenanigans. Right now, they're back in the center of the ring. Looks like, is Mandy going for looks like she's going for a pedigree or something like that. I don't know what she's trying to do here. Big knee from Sonya.
Oh, kicked.
Looks like a Tiger Driver.
Kicked. Going for her move.
Oh, my goodness. No, but no, Mandy landed on her feet. A high knee. Oh, man. There it is. Oh, no, I thought that was her finishing move. Another knee to the face of Sonya. Sonya just keeps trying to get up, though. What's going on, Tim? How are you, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. How are you liking the show so far? Well, both our show and SummerSlam. I hope you're liking our show. And here we go. Mandy's going for. She's going for the exact same move that she was just going for. Hits it. What is that? Is that Tiger Bomb there, Andrew?
It's the Implant Buster, or the Angel's Wings, if you want.
Angel Wings, that's really what it is. And another, she's going to go for that knee again. Wow, another running knee. 3 running knees. And the Angel Slam. And there goes Sonya Deville. She's gone from WWE. Mandy wins.
The portion of that match was a little scrappy, but
I agree.
They kind of both
saying. So say that again one more time, Matt. I'm sorry.
Towards the end, they both looked just a little uncomfortable with the whole match itself.
No, definitely. They definitely looked like they were a little uncomfortable. We have Dan asking, will Nia Jax be around tonight? I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, we saw Shayna Baszler. It looked like she might want to do some things, and they were going back and forth on there. We have our friend Britt here. She's saying Nick L is a beast. I like that. I enjoy comments like that. Always welcomed here at the Game Changer Sports Network. I love it. This is the best. This is so far the best stream we've ever had. And it looks like. Oh wait a minute. Otis is here to celebrate with Mandy.
With money? Is he going to cash Money in the Bank on Sonya?
Cash Money in the Bank. My girl just said Sonya pulling an Austin Aries. Did she like not sell the finish or something like that? What happened there? I didn't even see.
And there goes Sonya going ballistic.
Oh, Sonya's gone. Sonya just is out of there. She's not even in the same room right now.
No, she's outside the ring.
No, she straight up left because there was an aerial shot and she wasn't there.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh, we're seeing the worm from Mandy.
Oh,
It is not. That's
hey. Close enough. It's also pretty impressive that she's got a delayed decline too. That's a lot of core strength.
Listen, hey man, the worm is nothing to make jokes out of. I certainly cannot do it. Yes, and he's very happy because his little Peach is staying. Oh yeah! I can't do him at all. Well, guys, so we've now had 3 matches on the main roster happen. We saw Bayley defend her SmackDown Women's Championship successfully against Asuka with a little help from Sasha. We then saw the tag team match between the Street Profits, Angel Garza, and Andrade, where the Street Profits retained their title as well. And as you saw here, Mandy took on Sonya Deville, and Sonya Deville is gone. We'll see you later, Sonya. It's been a time. As Dan says, beauty and the beast when it comes to Otis and Mandy. That's definitely not true. That's definitely true. I just don't know who the beauty and the beast is for you. I don't know. It could be for anybody. I think Otis is a pretty handsome guy. But now I don't know exactly which match is coming up next. I would assume the Raw Women's Championship match. No?
I think so.
think so. I think so. And guys, we want to thank everybody right now who's watching GCSN's SummerSlam watch party. I am so happy, of course, as always, to be joined by Mr. Andrew, by Mr. Martin Lean, of course, for his first time jumping on the live with us, Mr. Matt Boyes. I think you're doing an awesome job, sir, personally. Just, my personal and professional opinion.
I appreciate that.
No, it's always great.
We're having a blast so far.
Oh, look at this. And John McLovin saying, what channel is this on? Well, right now, if you want to watch SummerSlam, you have to go over to the WWE Network. But if you just want to check out the GCSN, the Game Changer Sports Network, I would encourage you to make sure you check out our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and, of course, check out our website at www.gamechangersportsnetwork.com.
Now we got Dominic versus Seth.
Yep, that's what we're going to get next.
Tim, if you want to know when we're doing our basketball show or our hockey show, I would direct you if you want to. I'll give you guys a full rundown real quick of all of our shows and when they're happening. Mondays, you can catch me and Gavin over at the Wind Up from 8 to 9 p.m., which is we're talking baseball. Tuesdays is the 60-yard dash, which is with Jake, Nick E., Circus Monkey, a bunch of guys who like to jump on that show. That's talking football. Wednesdays are for wrestling with our 2-hour special episodes of Squared Circle Talk. And, of course, Thursdays are the doubleheader with Inside the Ice, talking hockey from 8 to 9. And then Thursday, 9 to 10, we get Behind the Basket. And, of course, on the weekends, you get Talk Interference Sports and Circus Monkey Sports. We love that very, very much. Got a lot of great content there for you. And look at this. He will try. Ryan Boyce now. I don't know who this person is. Matt, are you helping boost our numbers tonight? I got to tell you something. We're doing fantastic here, and it looks like it might have something to do with you. Is this now your brother?
That is my brother, yes.
Look at that. Well, it's so funny as we're talking about a family affair right now as we're getting ready for the Dominic and Seth Rollins match.
What a segue.
What a segue. It's such a good segue that Paul Blart would like it. That was a bad joke. That was a real bad joke.
So how do you guys think Dominic will do right now? How do you think he's going to do here?
Oh, look at this. McLovin saying, you guys are doing great. Well, we thank you so much, and we appreciate you for watching us on Twitch. Again, guys, if you can't watch us on Facebook, if you can't watch us on YouTube, make sure you check us out on Twitch at official_GCSN. We really need to get those numbers up, and we really appreciate your time there.
So how do you think Dominic's going to do in this match?
Well, as our good friend Renzo says, we're about to find out if all of this training has paid off. I mean, personally, I've liked what I've seen from Dominic in the ring. He's very agile, very quick. He took a beating that they were just showing it as a replay when he was taking those shots with the kendo stick. I think the kid can go. With that said, I don't know how I want this match to go. If I'm going from a personal note, I would love, obviously it'd be so nice to see Dominic win. It'll be a feel-good moment. But I really feel like Seth Rollins needs to win this match. Andrew, what do you think?
It's interesting because, like you said, it's time to see if all that training really paid off. He's wrestled a little bit in Lucha Underground. All that training from Lance Storm, all the training from his dad, from Jay Lethal. It's kind of put up or shut up time right now. I think right now the benefit of not really having a live crowd is going to kind of help him kind of ease the nerves a little bit and just kind of help him find his groove. That being said, I feel like this is going to be Dominic's time to pull out that win because Becky's coming up pretty soon, so that's probably going to need some time off.
No, 100%. Matt, what do you think? Do you think that this is a spot that's warranted? Do you think he deserves to be in this match right now, or do you think maybe it's as some people have been saying that maybe it's a little disrespectful to put them in this match?
I think the fact that we know so little about whether or not Dominic can go a full-fledged match against the Messiah, making some fans believe that he can't and shouldn't be in that spot, but he's a Mysterio.
Definitely. Now let's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I agree with you. I think he can go as well. Let's go down the list here. We got some great comments here. Brandon saying, does Dominic turn tonight? You know me, guys. It's like the Loch Ness Monster. I've been waiting for this thing to happen for 2 years now. Dan is saying that he hopes Seth gets beat. Dan, we really appreciate you hanging out and watching.
Man.
Luther is saying, I want Dom to win. And as we go down here, Mr. Ryan Boyce, the brother of Mr. Matt, saying, no way they give him this spot if he can't go. Not a squash, but Rollins wins this. Dan now then says here, maybe one of Seth will have a new member join his team. Definitely can happen tonight. We'll have to see.
Or maybe a return.
Wow.
Could be.
Renzo Garcia has been on point tonight, guys, by catching things. It looks like Seth Rollins is wearing Rey Mysterio's WCW gear.
I could see that.
With the purple.
I can see that.
Tim, you asked us, are we going to do a TakeOver recap? We'll make sure we get to that on Wednesday. So you have to make sure you check us out on Wednesday. We'll talk about TakeOver for sure.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
There he is.
I think
His last preparations.
His mom is wearing a Louis Vuitton shirt. I did not know they made shirts. And
Is Ray not coming out?
ginormous Chanel hoop earrings.
Is Ray not coming out? With them?
No, I guess not.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
look at it higher. All right, so
Here we go.
I think we'll about to see you off on Dominic here.
I'm sorry, but before anything, can we talk about the fact that, like, out of this entire pairing right now, Dominic looks like Ray's dad?
Yes, 100%. We got to look at the height difference between
the way
both
it
of
looks.
them.
I think
Look
you
at the height difference. Look at the
I'll
height
give-
difference.
I'll give Dominic a lot of credit right now. He looks like a wrestler.
Yep.
He does not look like a guy just walking into a wrestling ring. He looks like he belongs here. He's got great attire right now. Definitely looks like he's young, looks like he's green, but we'll have to see how this plays out. I think the fact that he has a lot of actual clothing on means he's going to get beat up a lot in this match. I'm going to guess a lot of kendo stick shots and stuff like that. Mike Rosa agrees with me. He says Dominic's got good ring gear. He does.
It kind of
Better
looks
than-
like
He does.
Seth's ring gear.
Almost the full body. This is like a full body ring gear, like a parade right here. We got him, Murphy with the shirt with the sleeves.
Seth is intentionally wearing Rey Mysterio's ring gear. You can see
Yeah.
it with the question marks.
Dean Yates is saying he's getting Mustafa Ali vibes from his gear, and Renzo is letting us know that he thinks Dom looks good, aka in shape. Definitely, he looks like he definitely can go. It doesn't look he's going to get gassed or anything like that.
Oh, we got the pre-match, the first match jitters are starting to set in. You can kind of see it in his movement.
Hey, listen, man. No
I
one
mean,
has.
it's expected.
Go ahead.
It's expected, but
Yeah,
Man.
it is. Brandon asked a question here. He says, who's going to have a better debut? Pat McAfee. He says Paul McAfee. I think he meant Pat McAfee. Or Dominic. We'll have to see what happens here with Dominic.
I think we should save that for Wednesday.
Yeah, I think you have to say that for you know what? Martin, this is why we pay you the big bucks and I don't get paid nothing. Because you come up with great answers like that. I was going to go into a whole idea. Forget that. If you want to find out who we think did better, check out on Wednesday. Of course, as we all know, Wednesdays are for wrestling. I can't talk right now. I'm so excited.
oh, Seth is getting a little arrogant there.
Here we go.
Yeah, Seth is definitely going to lag. He's saying, come on, hit me, kid. Oh, puts him in a nice headlock. But Seth, the experience of Seth Rollins obviously showcased there, knew how to immediately defend and get him off there. There were people that said, and I said this even on Wednesday, that what we could see is Seth Rollins really put the hurting down on Dominic tonight. And maybe, reestablish himself as this dangerous person. But he came out in a mocking fashion to make fun of Ray. So it almost makes me think he's going to maybe possibly take the loss tonight. Martin, what do you think? Do you think that Seth Rollins can afford to lose this match?
I think with how he's been built over the past few years, I think he can afford to take a loss here. And maybe, just maybe, this might be the beginning of him maybe leaving soon because Becky is having
Wow,
a
that
baby
was
soon. So this might be the beginning of him playing Leaf.
Definitely. And whoa, that's a nice arm drag there by Dominic. Up.
He's finding his
nice
groove.
arm drag.
Dominic
Hold
is
up.
finding his groove, and it's starting to show.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he pops right back up. He's saying, come on.
Oh,
I love it.
wow. I
We're
love
in
it.
for a great match, guys.
Oh,
We're in for a great match.
yeah, he has been impressive right now. Just look at him.
No, he's moving around, man. Listen, he's saying, come on, old man, let's go. Let's get this show on the road here, man. And guys, as you guys are filing in, we want to say thank you to everyone watching us here at the Game Changer Sports Network as we have our SummerSlam watch party. Listen, guys, we're all in quarantine. We can't have big parties, but why should you watch wrestling alone? Hang out with the guys here at Game Changer Sports Network. Every time there's a WWE pay-per-view, we always try to make sure we get on here. So right now, Seth Rollins immediately took the control back into the match. This could get ugly. He's going to go for a slam. Boom! We all know how hard that ring is. It's definitely not a bouncy castle, guys.
Oh, here we go. Kendo sticks.
Here we go. Every time.
What are the dog's opinions on the show so far there, Martin?
We need an in-depth analysis. Go.
I'm not sure right now.
No dogs equal ratings, so let's do this.
We all know that dogs equal ratings,
No,
so that's
ponies
definitely
equal
something we
ratings.
get.
Anytime somebody says pony on the internet, the view count goes up.
Puppies get arrested.
Pony.
There we
Pony,
go.
pony.
Oh, God.
Goodness gracious. All right. Well, I'm sure it's going to go in. And it's gone. Yeah, exactly. See, Ryan Boyce says, release the hounds. And,
So I guess the shield's returning.
and Dean says, someone is pissed. Oh, it is the Hounds of Justice, guys. The Hounds of Justice.
No.
They're going to come back and check it out. Right now, Seth is really putting the hurting on Dominic, just imposing his will. This is something you were, could have definitely expected.
It's only a matter of time.
Am I the only one that can't help looking at some of the people in the virtual crowd? I always keep looking. I keep seeing things that honestly don't belong.
I've been staring this entire time. You're not the
What are
only
you
one.
seeing, Matt? Tell us what you're seeing, because I don't know.
It looks like there's someone in full Avatar cosplay a few seconds ago. My eyes are deceiving me. I that's what I just saw. And then we had Pikachu earlier. So
And we had Kermit the Frog at one point.
Kermit the Frog at a very opportune time during the street process.
Someone's in the Stormtrooper mask as well.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, he says. Oh, here. Seth
got the
just,
chiplock set up staring at Ray.
yeah, this is definitely something that could be the undoing for Seth Rollins tonight. Is he focusing too much on Rey Mysterio and when he should be focusing on Dominic?
That's gonna be his undoing.
Yeah, I think that's gonna cost him. That's really gonna cost him.
It's definitely something that can cost him. Yeah, Seth Rollins is really just having his way here. It's good. Oh, he's doing some joint manipulation now, guys. I feel like we're watching a Pete Dunne match. As the referee is saying, "Come on, man, it's a kid. What are you doing?" I think that this match should not go on very long. Am I wrong in saying that?
There
It's
goes
not.
Ray's mom. There goes Dominic's mom.
It's not gonna go on very long. It's right now all it is just Seth's getting keyed on Dominic, and Dominic's gonna get the fiery babyface comeback, and most likely win for a feel-good moment.
You correct?
What? Say it again?
This is no disqualification, correct?
This is no disqualification.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I missed that. Sorry, guys.
No. I had to double check for myself because I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
Like,
Why
why
is
is
he
it? Don't do it, Ray.
Don't do it, Ray.
Ray,
Don't
just
do it,
stay
Ray.
there.
You have one
Ray,
good
just
eye.
stay there.
Don't do it, Ray.
Your vision isn't perfect.
Think of your family. Don't do it. As JR would plead with people before they did anything.
He's got a family.
He's got a family, damn
That
it.
man's got a family. Again, guys, I want to say thank you to everybody watching. So, whoa, he was going to go for a big stomp there. Drop toe hold onto the chair.
Yes.
Well done,
Woohoo.
Dominic. Good ring
Hey,
awareness
Dominic.
there for the young lad.
Nice job, Dominic.
I can tell you this right now, watching Dominic throw some fists, he throws fists better than Shane McMahon.
I think everyone.
Well, that's not that hard. That's not that hard.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Person.
Throughout as Martin was talking, Match is free flying. Everyone. Anyone. It's just like, eh. That's how he does it up. And Hurricane, wow, just planting Seth Rollins.
Ooh.
Here we go for the
Hey.
first pin. 1, 2. No, Seth Rollins kicks out. Oh,
Ooh, that was close right there.
that was
Really
definitely
close.
pretty close. But again, as I was saying before the action started picking up, I want to thank you, everybody who's watching us right now on the Game Changer Sports Network, everyone who's watching us on Talk Interference Sports, everyone who is watching us on Twitch at official_GCSN. We really appreciate it, guys, and we love your support, and it means a lot to us. And here comes
The
the
Kenzo stick.
Kenzo stick. The Kenzo stick now is flying.
Ooh.
What happened?
Piping in crowd cheers. You can hear it.
Is it fake?
Well, that makes sense. Boom, boom, boom. Dominic just going buck wild with that kendo stick, man. It's
Oh,
already
here we
breaking.
Go.
Stick.
Well, Renzo, I agree with you. You know that kendo sticks have to hurt because they do.
Yeah, they do.
They really, really, really hurt.
Okay, what's Dominic going for here? Frog splash? Nope.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what
the
he's
crowd
doing
is
here.
changing every other moment. I kind of like that. That's really neat. So it keeps everything fresh.
What how funny already.
What's that?
The crowd, the Thunderdome crowd, I don't know if you guys are noticing in the background, some of the feeds are changing as they go along. It
Yeah,
keeps
well,
it fresh.
that's something that Mr. Martin alluded to, that you had a certain time frame of when you were in that spot and you would get switched out.
Oh,
Yeah, like I was in the 8:15 slot, and I was there for almost the entire show.
gotcha.
Oh, niggas full of what's the right hand?
I imagine the waiting list has to be
Ridiculous.
quite large, but I really like the way they're doing it, just to get fans involved since we can't be there live. The next best thing.
There's 2 kendo sticks now.
2 kendo sticks now getting
Oh,
involved
boy.
here.
Jeez, those welts on his back, though.
Ooh.
Those welts on Seth's back look
Look,
disgusting.
yeah.
Yeah, I see one. The other one in front, he just ran inside. Fucking release that nigga.
See, this is doing exactly what it's accomplishing right now. The fact that we're all silent watching Seth
Yeah.
wallop Dominic.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm getting a little too quiet here. Seth is just mercilessly now laying into it. And now Murphy's getting a table now.
Oh, yeah, but Ray's gonna get involved here. He has to get involved here.
Well, Ray has to get involved here if Buddy Murphy's getting involved.
Yeah, of course.
Dan is saying he's enjoying hearing the play-by-play. I hope he's talking about our play-by-play.
I mean, we're the only ones doing play-by-play.
Well, I mean, there are the official people doing play-by-play. Andrew Sandler.
They're not even doing a good job.
We have an extra table that they're bringing in now because Mandy Rose did not break the other table, surprisingly. So,
ouch.
Seth, I'm going to predict Seth Rollins goes through this table, guys.
Mandy 0, table 1. Oh, there goes. Hey. That's gonna stick. Ooh.
This is where Ray gets involved.
Yeah, this has to be where you get the
This
over here.
could end up really bad.
Yep.
Come on, Ray, get in there.
What is this?
What is he trying to do right here? He has.
He's gonna back first.
Come on, Ray.
Oh, now they're both right now on top of the. He's gonna do a Russian leg sweep. He's about to do a Russian leg sweep onto that table.
Oh.
What Russian leg sweep right through the table? Dominic puts. Oh my God! Both of them through the table.
I can hear the Sandman cracking open a beer, and I don't know why. Just
what, Dominic? Oh.
Now, is he gonna follow in his father's footsteps and finish the match with a frog splash?
Well, we were just asked. Dominic should pull an Eddie Guerrero and pull out a frog splash at some point.
I love it. I love it.
Beautiful.
Guys, I'll be right back. You guys keep rolling.
KK.
We got this.
All right. This should be. I mean, so far this has been a very good showing for Dominic.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I like him. I like him so far.
Frog splash.
Frog splash. There you go. 1, 2, and a 2 count.
Eddie Guerrero must be proud of that one.
Clever. Very clever. Now, you got to think at some point Murphy's going to get into the ring and just kind of start becoming a nuisance.
Yeah, and that's when Ray's going to come in.
Now, oh, wait. What's Dominic doing? Dominic is outside the ring.
Ooh.
Wait, is he... Why is he outside the ring? Oh, he's going for the chair.
Chair.
Oh, this is going to be good here.
Dean and Tim Tobin, I see the references. Thank you so much, guys. Trying my best. I'm trying my best. Oh, Seth pulling out the chair and a super kick. That was smooth.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now, remind me, you guys probably remember this more than I do. The buckle bomb is currently banned, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So this is a setup right now into the curb stomp. Or the blackout.
He ended Sting's career with it.
Right.
And after that, it was banned.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. The tearing off of the clothes.
Yep.
Now, you guys are on the same page as me because I know the stream on my end might be a little slower, a little fast.
Seth just picked up the kendo stick.
Got it. Just got it. So we're on the same page.
Good.
Yeah, we are.
We're synced. And synced is good.
Just hearing these shots.
Yep.
Hearing these shots is very blood-curdling. I'm sorry.
Ah.
I don't remember where, but I think Dominic did an interview saying how he asked for this.
I believe I read the same thing, that he asked for Seth to basically, we'll call it, go ham on his back.
Everywhere. Oh man, this is just getting getting rough to watch. This is getting really rough to watch. And look at the look on Seth's face.
Ouch.
That is a man possessed. What else does he get? Wait, what did he get?
Handcuffs.
Handcuffs.
Of
He
course.
got handcuffs.
Oh my god, I fell.
Oh no.
There's no.
You got to think that Ray is going to get into the ring at this point, right? Or is he just letting Dominic kind of stand on his own?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who said that Dominic turns on his dad? What if his dad turns on him?
Oh, now that would be.
You're supposed to be my son.
Oh, that wants to be my son. Damn it!
Mysterio.
He just gives Buddy Murphy to carry the Mysterio name now.
Oh no!
Buddy Mysterio.
Wait, did he? Is he? Oh.
Oh,
Wait, the heck of it! Oh no! Wait, leave?
No, his wife's out there.
Oh, his wife. Oh.
No.
oh, now it gets ramped up.
Now it gets real.
Yo, somebody step out.
Now it gets really real. Oh, we got to roll up.
Oh my Dominic! Oh.
And Murphy's in the ring. Buddy Murphy's in the ring.
Oh, Ray, go after Ray. Go after Ray. Ray,
this
go
is-
after him.
Is this how Dominic loses? Ray's distracted.
Oh, if this is how he loses, oh god.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh wait, whoa.
Oh,
Wait, I think
the
I do it.
stairs.
I think I did. Oh no.
There he goes. Nice.
Wait, you did it?
No, Ray came in at the last second.
Oh thank God.
Tim, I see that comment for the commentary for WWE or AEW. I'm very appreciative. I am nowhere near as good. I promise you that. I am just me. That's all I can provide. Just for the entertainment.
What's going on, guys? I'm back.
Good.
Now the question is she gonna be a factor in the finish?
I think maybe. Who knows?
Just to recap you, Nick, Mysterio's wife showed up on stage.
Oh boy.
Yes.
And Dominic always had his eye taken out.
And
Mike
we have-
Rosa says, "Let Uncle Chavo help."
Ooh.
Oh, the heck of me Ray.
Oh,
the
man,
heck of me
she's
Ray now.
Ray's handcuffs.
Ray is handcuffed.
I
to
think-
the oh no.
I think his wife has to get in this. His wife has got to be in this sooner rather than later.
Oh my God, this is not going to go well. This is going to be ugly.
It's
Oh,
only
please
matter-
don't let the
Oh.
wife interfere.
This is going to hurt.
Oh no, Dominic, where is he?
What the?
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh no. Seth has his eyes on Mrs. Mysterio.
Oh
Angel.
boy, here we.
Ray
Oh
is
my God.
take me.
Oh my God. Oh.
Seth is slowly walking to. Oh, and Dominic's there.
Dominic.
Oh,
Dominic
thank you,
is going.
Dominic. Yeah,
Dominic's-
Dominic.
Oh,
There we
wow.
go.
Buddy Murphy's
There
getting a
we go.
big swing and a miss. Throws him over the barricade.
Oh, boom, super. Go
Oh, Dominic,
in
go!
the barricade. Look at him.
Boom,
he's-
Dominic. Damn.
Jeez.
That is.
This-
Ooh.
Ooh, what a backdrop.
And a 619.
Backdrop again.
Andrew, all I'm seeing on here is everyone giving you
Ooh.
tons of praise, man. I love it. We love it when Andrew ever comes on to the show. He's always awesome.
Really, I do. I try my best.
You're doing an awesome job. We want to thank everybody who's been watching us here on the Game Changer Sports Network. We're only about a little bit more than halfway through this pay-per-view. Or
Roughly.
we have
Here's the frog splash.
big frog splash, but the knees went up.
Jeez.
Ooh.
Seth Rollins has got a lot of good ring awareness still. He saw it coming. He made sure he got the knees up. And now Seth Rollins is poised to take control of the match again.
You know what I'm realizing? If he really wanted to, Ray's handcuffed right now. What's to stop them from taking his mask off?
Oh.
He could. Now he's. I don't know what he's trying. What this thing is here.
Seth is just kind of rubbing it in Ray's face.
He is rubbing it in his face.
Yeah, stay over here for now, bro.
Oh no! Is this where the curb stomp happens?
Yes.
This is how they end it.
Or
This is how they end it.
Yep, and here it comes, and it's a big stomp by
And
Seth
that'll do
Rollins.
it.
And there's nothing Ray can do
Exactly.
about it. He looks on. One, two, three, and Seth Rollins wins.
I didn't want Dominic to win, but you know what? I love that ending.
Yeah, that was a great ending right there. And Dominic really did his job. He looked great. He showed some potential.
But he didn't.
There's some room. There's some room to work with him there.
Oh yeah.
Man, I guess Dominic's mother was just like, my son doesn't use his brains. Who needs history and math anyways, right? You know?
Dominic's mom was like, he's fine.
Fine,
No
a little
big
bit of
deal.
mine, he'll be okay.
He's okay. Well, guys, as you guys might have not have just seen just now, he gave him the key. Seth Rollins has defeated Dominic.
I like that match. That was a very good
here.
Well, yeah. So I mean,
That was
I mean,
fun
what-
to watch.
I was going to ask now, guys, what's our thoughts on the match? I mean, we have people saying that that they thought it was good. Mr. Mike Rosa saying he's not going to lie, he really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
What are our thoughts?
I enjoyed it. It was a fun match. It was fun to watch.
I thought it was really, really good too. And I mean, yes, did Pat McAfee have a better match? Maybe. I don't know. Was it as good? Were they two different kinds? I don't know.
Honestly, I mean, this just may be speaking right now because I just saw the match, but I feel like Dominic had the better showing.
You can wait to Wednesday for that one.
Yes, it's very true. Yes, you are absolutely correct. I'm sorry. I keep getting ahead of myself. Martin, make sure I stay on track. He knows we have to make sure. If you want to hear our thoughts on that, make sure you check us out there. I want to give a quick shout out to all the groups that we are live in right now because you guys are awesome for letting us share in these groups. I want to say thank you again to Yep, I Like Wrestling, WWE Pro Wrestling Discussion, Intelligent Wrestling Discussion, Pro Wrestling and MMA Extreme, Wrestling Life, at NoDQ.com, Sports Cornery, Pro Wrestling Talk 24/7, Nerds of Wrestling. We know we're live on there right now. Thank you so much for letting us share on here. I mean, it was his first match, and he was great. I mean, he's going to be a star in this industry someday, to me. No question.
Absolutely. I think it's important to also look at that they didn't allow him to show us everything.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Not everything that he's capable of doing. It's
That's a very sound point.
He just showed enough to keep us interested.
absolute. That is a very good point. Absolutely.
No, definitely enough to keep us interested and make us feel like he belonged in that spot. The match was built around being able to highlight what he's good at. Obviously, Seth was able to always come in and fill the holes that he wasn't that great in. And I want to thank everyone right now who's watching us. We really appreciate you guys checking out the stream as we're covering SummerSlam. We now just got past Seth Rollins and Dominic. Obviously, Seth Rollins would win that match. And as far as matches coming up, we have, I believe, guys, only 3 more matches. Is that correct?
I believe so, yeah.
I believe you're right.
That is something.
Yeah, as we sit here right now, we have 3 more matches right now. You have Sasha Banks taking on Bayley. Sasha Banks taking on Asuka for her Raw Women's Championship match. You have 3 championship matches left, basically. You have Sasha Banks versus Asuka. You have Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. And you have Braun Strowman versus The Fiend. I'll ask you guys, which match is going to be the main event tonight?
Blade versus Braun.
Agreed.
Can't argue with that.
There's more potential. There's way more potential for that.
I have to agree there.
Huh. WWE's got a sponsorship with World of Tanks. I was not aware of that.
to do. Oh, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium now. This is very interesting.
Oh,
Oh, this is the WrestleMania 30. This is the 30, the 24 special that they do on the network.
yeah.
The show must go on. This episode's called because it's about the fact that WrestleMania obviously had to change a lot due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
From a pirate ship to the performance center.
Yeah, from a pirate ship to the performance center. And listen, I mean, I think that if we want to take a second as they're doing this little promo for us to reflect on how WWE has done in the COVID era, how wrestling companies have done also maybe just in general, everybody's had to rethink. Everyone's had to reinvent the wheel. Everyone's had to really step up their game and excel in different places. Because
Right.
I had an interview with a really great wrestler not too long ago here on the Game Changer Sports Network, and he said how hard it is to have a wrestling match with no crowds, and the fan interaction is so difficult to not be there. So definitely, all wrestling companies have done an amazing job trying to get back in the saddle, not having live crowds there to be there.
All right, so since we were talking about WrestleMania, do you think that they should do the 2-night thing all the time now? Because do you think they can do the 2-night thing all the time now?
I personally, and I'll let Matt and then Andrew answer them for themselves, but I think it might be ideal. It just made WrestleMania more digestible and more entertaining for me. It wasn't 7-hour, 8-hour marathons where like by the main event where you're just gassed. I mean, Andrew can testify. We went over to WrestleMania 35, or excuse me, was it 34 or 35 at
4.
at MetLife Stadium?
WrestleMania MetLife.
35. So it was 35. We were at 35, and by the time we got to the main event, we were just exhausted. We were just tired. We were like just physically tired. So I think that definitely it might be better for them to go to 2 nights. Matt, what do you think?
I couldn't agree more. It split things up. It didn't make you have to sit there for 7 hours to watch it. Although watching wrestling for 7 hours isn't exactly a horrible.
No.
But I mean, it gave them the chance to maybe spread things out a little bit, not have everything so congested into one evening. It's definitely more. It's easier to highlight one match on one night than it is to highlight 2 on one night. If I
completely agree. No, I completely agree. I mean, it's definitely hard. I mean, you can only promote so many things at once, and so I really feel that having the 2 nights, it made because I was able to appreciate the Firefly Funhouse for one night, and I was able to appreciate the Boneyard for the other night. If they were both in the same night, you would just be overwhelmed. You would just be like, another cinematic match. I don't know. The fact that they have those 2 matches as bookends for those shows, it was really great. Obviously, the main event of the other show was Drew McIntyre going over Brock Lesnar. But you guys know what I'm talking about. I think specifically those 2 matches thrived in having 2 separate nights. Andrew, what do you think?
I agree to an extent. Honestly, like on paper, the 2-night format really does work because, like you guys said, it does make it very digestible to breathe and like kind of appreciate each match for what it's worth. Conversely, however, if you had a live crowd, having that type of format is going to naturally make one set of crowd miss matches that they may necessarily want to watch in comparison to the other crowd. So it could be a little bit of a logistical nightmare having the 2 of them work side by side. So in that retrospect, I think you kind of do need to have it as one night just for that case. But if there's a way to make it work out that way where you could split it up, then, that might be the better format going forward.
I definitely think with the fact of COVID, I think we're not going to get major, huge stadiums for a while. So maybe because you're going to be able to have smaller venues, you could sell it as 2 nights, and it kind of works a little bit better. I think that when you have someone that's going to spend $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 for a ticket to go to WrestleMania, and they're all the time of traveling, and if you're staying overnight hotels, you want you to get the most out of your bank. You want to get, if I did all the work that I did, all the money we spent, Andrew, to go to WrestleMania and MetLife, and they told me, yeah, you're not going to get to watch Ronda and Bailey and Sasha and Charlotte at the end of the night, I'd be kind of like, are you serious? What's the main event I'm getting? I definitely think that WrestleMania is the mecca of it all. You want to have everything in there. But if they can make it work, it might be helpful. Mike Rosa said a very rude comment just now, and I have to bring it up because he just said something that's so rude. He said, get rid of the top left square, and make the top right square bigger. I mean, something. I don't.
But what's your opinion on the bottom left and right square, though, Mike? I'm kind of curious.
This is gonna be an interesting Wednesday.
Renzo's comment on just like my thing being like WrestleMania 2, not necessarily, because that still would kind of result in you having two separate crowds watching two separate setups, which means naturally if you're looking to get into one setup, you're going to miss matches that you may want to actually see. So it still kind of creates a little bit of a logistic nightmare.
Or just make your ticket good for 2 nights. You buy a seat for both nights.
That also results in spending money for 2 separate tickets.
Or that is true.
Honestly, all squares are beautiful except the top left. Man, I got a halo light just so I can look beautiful. I guess it's broken. I'll bring it back to the Amazons and tell them that it is not working and not making me look great. Oh, here we go. Sasha going right after, obviously, guys, do not set this up correctly for you. Sasha Banks defending her Raw Women's Championship against Asuka right now, and she went right at the legs, the knee specifically of Asuka that was injured during her match with Bailey.
Mike, to answer your question, I see how you say how Asuka's mask stays on her face. There's a little thing in the mouth section. She kind of bites down on it and allows the mask to stay on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, look at this here. A 5th person has arrived. It is Mr. Jake Jollymore. Hello, good sir.
So many people.
Oh, hello. Well, hello. How are you guys tonight?
We're good.
Oh, we're just doing the 10?
5, 10. I don't know what we are. We have a lot of guys here as Asuka does a baseball slide knee right into Sasha's midsection. Jake,
interesting.
How have you enjoyed the night so far? How have you enjoyed SummerSlam?
So I think 100% it started out lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear everyone just saying now.
Okay. I think the night started out lackluster, but that Dominic Mysterio and Seth Rollins match just turned the entire thing around.
Definitely was an exciting match for sure. Definitely something that you were very heavily invested in. I think Dominic did a great job of playing his role, being a good babyface and getting the heat on Seth. I think that if there was a live crowd there, that could have gone 2 different ways. You could have had people booing Dominic because they want Seth to go over and they wanted to cheer for Seth. But I think both of them did a really, really great job.
Now, guys, I'm not here for a long time tonight. I'm just here for a quick good time.
Oh, good. Not here for a long time. Just here for a good time.
I mean, Jake, I'm in my office, and I can hear SummerSlam in my living room right now. So if I want to keep watching the show, I can't be here.
Well, right now, Sasha Banks is stomping away over at Asuka, continuing to go towards that fight for that knee. Guys, real quick, we're all here right now. I want to get everyone's perspective. Is Sasha retaining her title, yes or no? Jake, I'll have you answer first.
The way it played out, they absolutely have to have Sasha win the title or keep the title, because you can't play off the storyline that now Bailey's going to play second fiddle to Sasha, because that's gone. Bailey kept the title.
Which is surprising.
That's
the only other thing you can do is...
Oh, my God. Did anyone else just see that? Holy crap.
That looked very bad.
Andrew, I mean, almost what the hell is that? Sunset flip off the apron right onto the floor below. Man, Asuka hit the ground hard.
Bomb, but Asuka's head bounced on the mat.
Yeah, Asuka smacked the floor there. That was rough. Did not mean to cut you. Jake's leaving. Jake's getting the hell out of here. He's running because he's got to go see what's going on TV. I totally appreciate that.
Wow, that was bad.
Jake made a very solid point there, though, of, oh, my God, Asuka really bounced.
Her head snapped off that mat.
Yeah, this might be. They might have to end this match early. I mean, she really hit that ground hard.
Yeah, she did.
So now Jake was making the point, and he was saying, he thinks that that Sasha should win as well. Matt, what do you think? Do you think Sasha needs to win here, or do you think Asuka can take the Raw Women's belt?
If you're going to plant the seeds for the future dissension between the two, then yeah, you could start that now. But I think their dominance continues and Asuka loses.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a question. I mean, it's how much longer can they possibly drag out this Sasha Bailey thing? I mean, if they can drag it out for, a couple of, oh my God, another really stiff kick to the corner.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is like, it is SummerSlam. We remember that one year when Brock Lesnar brought John Cena to Suplex City. This is CTE City for freaking Asuka. My God. Another major
I showed up for all of 30 seconds over here, and I see a bunch of comments regarding me. So let's run through these real quick.
Oh no!
Hi, Tim. How are you? What is this question you speak of?
Yeah, I don't know the question he's talking about there, Jake.
All right. Apparently Clinton loves my guy. Loves me, my guy. I love you too. I love this. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, I'm not here for a long time. Just a good time, boys. Love it. And I just saw that sunset flip, and that looked god awful.
Oh, look at this. Now, a person does a Blaster pass over on Twitch. Britt is back saying that she said I was a beast, but she says Matt is the master. We're just getting comments all day, babe. I love it. So much love from the GCSN community, especially for the people over on Twitch, which we really, really appreciate. We appreciate everyone watching us on Twitch right now. Again, if you're having trouble watching us on Facebook, get over to Twitch, and you can always find the Game Changer Sports Network there at official _ GCSN. We really appreciate it.
So
Asuka's still continuing in this match, which I'm shocked by. I mean, she took that sunset flip was rough, and then that kick to the corner from Sasha was even rougher. Matt, I heard what you said now about if you felt that Sasha should win or not. You made some very sound points there. Andrew, as a yes or no, is Sasha walking out with the title?
Honestly, I kind of want to say no. Like they said before, the idea of having Bayley play second fiddle to Sasha was very appealing, but that went out the window when Bayley retained. However, they can't drag this Bayley versus Sasha tension. So, wow, that was a nasty DDT.
Oh my God!
Ooh, that was close.
Whoa. Okay. So this is a very Japan
What a
match.
DDT off the top rope from Asuka onto Sasha. She does not get the pin. And Sasha doing the smart thing by rolling out to get some separation there. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah. So they can't really drag this out as long as they have right now, because if rumors and stories are to be believed, this was supposed to be the pay-per-view where the blow-off match between Bayley and Sasha was supposed to happen, because SummerSlam was
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
I was supposed to be there.
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, I think Sasha is looking to lose her title because Asuka's already on Raw to begin with. And you're probably going to lose the tag team belts and start the Bayley versus Sasha breakup.
I mean,
All
yeah,
right,
I mean,
so
go ahead there, Martin.
all right, so this is not about the match, but just a few minutes ago, my friend told me that there was a Fire Velveteen Dream sign at the Thunderdome.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, I mean, obviously, and we'll talk about this on Wednesday about the Velveteen Dream situation, him coming back to TV, participating on Saturday over a takeover. But they're going to do quality control at this Thunderdome. They're going to make sure people aren't there. I loved watching the reactions, though, from the two spots that we're talking about, and seeing all the people on the delay, though, on the Thunderdome, where everyone's like watching it like this.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're like, whoa!
Man, this is a really stiff match. I like it, but it's kind of uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, and this is Renzo making an interesting point here. That just shows you the amount of women pushed. Both key women are gone. Both the current champs at the moment. Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah. It's very weird because the women's division is pretty much revolved around the four horsewomen of WWE. So everyone like Dana Brooke, everyone like Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville at the time, and Natalia, Mickey James, you name it, they've pretty much fallen to the wayside in the landscape of the four horsewomen.
Well, it's something that Matt was bringing up earlier, that you don't have Charlotte right now. You don't have Becky. You don't have Ronda. And, those were three women that, especially just a year and a half ago, they were it. They were your women's division. So, there we go, Sasha. She's going all the way up. A big frog splash, but she misses.
And homage to her father, Eddie Guerrero.
Look at that.
That was a sweet shot.
That was sweet. But the point I was bringing up is that you had you did a lot. It's exactly the problem people had with Roman Reigns. You did so much to build up Roman Reigns that you really, really, really cheapened everyone underneath him. And that seems to be what happened, I think, with the women's division, is that all of a sudden the people who you were building up are gone, and now it's just them remaining. Whoa!
And Asuka
catches her practically in midair. Did not see that coming, and she tried to throw into an Asuka lock, but she just could not wrap the legs around. Sasha back up on her feet, trying her best to get out of the chicken wing. No, she's trying to get out of that chicken wing. She's not. She hasn't wrapped the leg. Oh, here we go. 1, 2. Nope. Oh, she turned it into a bank statement.
Very smooth.
Very smooth. Asuka trying to hold on as tough as she can. Asuka proving why she's an Iron Woman in WWE, putting on 2 great matches at SummerSlam. It's so good to know you can call on someone to have 2 good matches. Oh, a reverse. Is it a full chicken wing? She hasn't got her legs wrapped yet, though. She's able to touch. She's able to keep moving. A lot of really good mat wrestling right now from both of these women. Sasha's able to get an elbow, get her out, and just create separation. The smartest thing she could have done there, just shoving Asuka out of the way. Big super kick from Sasha, though.
Oh, that was a big one.
Oh, look at this. Okay, we might get a spot here. Bailey's coming on the corner.
Oh, what's happening here?
Oh, big hip attack. Spinning back.
Oh,
there it is.
Backbreaker into. Oh no! Oh no!
Back
there it is. Into the Asuka lock. Can Sasha find a way out? Can she find a way out? She's reaching.
Oh.
Bailey is down. She's not able to help her. She's fully wrapped in the Asuka lock. She's right there. Can she make it?
Oh.
And that's a tap.
That's a tap. That is a tap.
Asuka's the Raw Women's Champ again.
Asuka is the Raw Women's Champion once again. And wow, so many different reactions in the crowd. I give a hand.
Well,
great job by everybody.
Well, back to phase 1 again.
Yeah,
oh.
You're right back to where it was before.
Back to phase 1.
Man, that was so intense. I'm out of 7-Up.
Let me tell you something.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get myself a drink.
Oh, no problem, man. You go get yourself a drink. You deserve it for sure. I don't want to know what's in that.
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
Wow.
No, Matt. One can dream, Matt. One can dream, but it's not going to happen. Asuka won that title clean. That was very shocking. It's basically the exact opposite of my predictions. I thought that it would be Bayley losing and Sasha retaining. And now, Sasha just looks devastated. Asuka is back to being champion. And you can't even blame Bayley. You can't say Sasha was about to win. No, Bayley, if anything, distracted her enough that she could do it.
No, wait.
Uh-oh.
It all happened so fast she couldn't help her.
No, there's dissension right there.
Well, she's just devastated. Especially if you remember that her winning that championship was the first big comeback moment for Sasha Banks. She had that time off from WWE. She hadn't been in the title picture for a long time. She kind of been just running as the partner for Bayley, and she finally had something she can hold her head up high about. and now it's gone. I suspect that plays into their storyline going forward.
But taking all that away from it, Asuka just wrestled
One heck of a match.
matches tonight.
Two.
Two.
Asuka. I mean, if you didn't love Asuka before, you gotta love Asuka now. She just wrestled. She did exactly what they needed her to do. Put the team on her back and wrestled two awesome matches. One with Bayley and one with Sasha.
So who is Asuka's? Who's waiting in the wings on Raw?
Well, you gotta expect that it's either going to be Nia Jax or a Shayna Baszler, which I personally think it should be Shayna Baszler. And up next, guys, it's Claymore Country's mayor versus the mayor of the RKO, the man of destiny, Mr. Randy Orton. This is going to be a good match, guys.
Absolutely.
I am very, very excited about this. Andrew, what about you? I mean, are you excited for this match here? Drew McIntyre taking on Randy Orton for the WWE Championship.
There's a lot of potential in this one. It could go either way. I don't know. I want to say I'm very confident in Randy Orton winning this one, but I could see Drew McIntyre retaining.
Wow, he could see Drew McIntyre retaining. Wow,
it's a very. I'm gonna officially go with Orton winning, but I'll be very okay with Drew McIntyre retaining.
What about you there, Matt? What do you think? You think Randy Orton's walking out with the belt, or do you think that Drew McIntyre is?
Is qualification in this?
Say that again, Matt. I didn't hear you.
Is there disqualification in this match?
Yes, there is. It's a standard match.
This is the standard match for us right here. What's going on, Martin?
I'm back. Hey, I'm good.
Could this be, because we have not seen the faction Retribution yet tonight?
We have not, and they
this match where they finally actually disrupt a match with a large caliber impact on the show.
I think,
and we create a no contest situation, and the rematch comes next Sunday.
Well, that's what I'm expecting, and that's exactly why I think Payback, because Payback was always scheduled to be right after SummerSlam like this. So the idea with Payback of it can't end that way. We have to have a definitive answer here. They're just doing it quickly and stuff. That they had to just kind of bounce back and get it right. It would make sense. I think that they've hyped up Retribution. They've done 2 video packages with Retribution tonight. That definitely it makes you think that they're going to interfere at some point. I don't see them interfering in the Bray Wyatt Braun Strowman match. It's going to be right here with this match. Also, remember Ric Flair. Now they're showing Ric Flair and how they're going to eventually have, I'm assuming, show when he did the boot to Rick, but they had the lights turn off. So we don't know exactly what happened there. Could Rick just be selling it? Could he just be making it up? I don't know. I absolutely love this video package of Randy Orton. For those that do not know, Randy Orton was my favorite wrestler when I was a kid. I got into wrestling later in my life. I mean, when I was a little kid, I was 9 years old when I started watching in 2005. So definitely somebody who I loved was Randy Orton. So watching this right now is just so cool. This is just going so well. I love it.
I believe that makes me old. The first match I watched was a Raw in 1999, which would have put me at the ripe old age of 15.
Wow. No, you're young. You're too young for that noise. I don't want to hear it. Now, Clinton, guys, has a big comment here, but he's got a really good point. He says, well, I mean, Orton has a lot to gain and lose in the match, because if Orton wins, he becomes a 14-time world champion, one away from John Cena's 15 world title reigns. So Drew has a lot to lose, a lot to gain if he can beat Randy Orton. I think that last sentence is a lot, too. I personally think that if Drew McIntyre could have a really good match right here with Randy Orton, and he could win, it solidifies him as a main eventer more than anything else he's done. And that's including beating Brock Lesnar.
That is 100% accurate. Who has he retained his title yet so far to?
Dolph Ziggler.
I butchered that just then.
Big Show.
Big Show, Dolph Ziggler.
Joe. This is his biggest test as champion so far.
It is. And I mean, listen, obviously going into a match with Brock Lesnar has a lot of expectations, a lot of hype around it and stuff. You know, he definitely proved his worth there as well. But you're now going to have a real wrestling match here. That's not a fast-paced one. A real wrestling match with a very game Randy Orton, somebody who at his age is still arguably the best in the world at what he does. When you talk about all-around wrestler, in-ring stuff, mic, character development, pacing, ring generalship, it just is something he's just perfect at. So 100%, this is a big moment for Drew McIntyre. Show the world that you are the main eventer that WWE really needs you to be right now. Andrew, you're being quiet there. It means you're stirring. It means Andrew's got a lot of stuff on his mind right now, I feel. Andrew, what are you thinking going into this match?
I'm just kind of focusing on the match itself. I'm kind of curious at what direction this is going to take. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of all the outcomes that could happen here. Orton retains, or Orton wins the match, and it inevitably is going to feed back into the Edge storyline because they're not done yet. But you have Drew McIntyre retaining. Where does Orton go from there?
Yeah, I that's just my worry is if Randy Orton doesn't win this match, what's next for him? He just seems to be on just a tear right now, just doing super cool Randy Orton things, and I don't know if that's going to really hurt him if he loses. And of course, the greatest pose in the history of wrestling, the Legend Killer, the Apex Predator. Oh, I love it. Look at the sparks. I love it. Oh, it brings me back. It brings me back, man. I love having this pyro. What's really cool is because there's no fans, they can have pyro in places they never were able to have pyro before.
Yeah, I know.
This is
He's
cool.
good.
Randy Orton's one of those guys that any match, any card, any pay-per-view, you put his name on it, and it's a big fight feel.
Shawn Michaels is on screen.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels on screen. I don't know what's he doing there.
Hopefully he's throwing the punt kick.
Hopefully, no, he's sitting up fine. Look at him; he looks great.
Yeah.
Are they just gonna?
That's because he knows throws the punt kick. That's why.
I don't understand what the point of having Shawn Michaels doing all this is. He's just continuing to not sell the punt kick and make it look like it's a joke. Like, I'm sorry, it just looked terrible.
I know.
Notice Orton throw his T-shirt to the crowd that isn't there?
I love it, man. It's great.
I love it.
I'm sorry. I know that I'm a Randy Orton mark. It just is. It's just I am what I am. But by the way, new graphics for Drew McIntyre and his entrance.
New start to his entrance too.
Ooh, I like it.
Yes. Ooh, lasers as well. Ooh.
Very cool. Yeah, first of all, before I get to the point that I was going to make, that championship belt looks so good on Drew McIntyre. The guy is just built to be a professional wrestler. But what I was going to say with Randy Orton is Randy Orton, at even his age, and again with all the experience he has, he just looks just as good as he's had in the last 15 years. Really awesome stuff. Mike Rosa says they burnt the fans.
R.I.P. fans.
R.I.P. fans.
They've done that one.
They have done that before at WrestleMania, so we gotta be careful with what you say.
Hey, Matt, it looks like you've been replaced on the beautiful scale, according to Mike Rosa.
Mike,
if you catch that comment on below.
You words I can't say.
Huh.
Now, Dean Yates said we were talking about. We talked about matches that we've been to when we were kids and stuff like that when we first started watching wrestling. Dean Yates makes the point that he was in the womb at wrestling shows and says that in 1988 his mom was at a house show pregnant with him, and And the main event match was Macho Man Randy Savage versus the $1 Million Man in a cage match. That's awesome, man.
Wow.
Wow, look at this pyro. This is sick.
I love the pyro.
Bringing up the
I
pyro for
love
this.
it.
Awesome.
Also, RIP fans.
R.I.P.
Oh, all those fans are dead.
Oh, they're all
Whoever
dead
didn't
right
die
now.
from Orton's pyro certainly died from McIntyre's fire.
Now, this is very cool right now. Yes, Clinton just made a really interesting point, guys. I feel bad for Martin and Andrew, who are just totally cut off by this comment, but it's so good I have to bring it up. He says, dude, Randy Orton is the only one left from the guys he came up with from OVW, other than Shelton, because Batista's gone, John Cena's gone, Lesnar is gone. Rey Mysterio is basically, but Rey Mysterio wasn't from OVW. He was just the class of 02. Yeah, he's one of the last ones left.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
That's interesting. I need to fact check that. Give me just a second.
Right? I mean, it doesn't seem like is that possible?
It's
It
fairly
might be.
possible, honestly.
It might be because Orton is still here. Cena's gone, Batista's gone.
Remember, let's not
It's part-time.
and let's not forget, we're talking about OVW, not FCW. FCW is a totally different animal.
So, Big Show. That doesn't make sense. Bobby Lashley's on the list.
Oh,
Big Show probably went down there during the time he debuted and had to go back down because of the weight issue. So I don't know if that would really count.
Remember him being there. Let's see.
Here we go. We got the big match intros.
We're all talking about our matches we've seen. Mike Rosa says he's seen Bayley beat Charlotte for her first world title. Very cool. He also saw the Festival of Friendship end and Kevin Owens beating the hell out of Vince McMahon. WWE is treating Vegas well. But you must have just witnessed the most emotional thing in the entire world watching the Festival of Friendship. That's just awful, man.
I know. So
Rip.
speaking of matches, I was supposed to go to the first Women's Hell in a Cell match. I was so ready for it, but just as I was going to go, I lost my tickets.
Oh,
It sucks.
you know something?
Yeah.
That actually happened to me too. I was SummerSlam in the Garden once, and it wasn't even SummerSlam in the Garden. It was SummerSlam in New Jersey.
Here we go.
They had 1 year, and Randy Orton quickly gets out of the ring. Very smart. Wants to lower that pace, slow it down. When I was younger, it was going to be SummerSlam over in New Jersey, and I lost it because my dad downloaded them on as a PDF file on our computer, and we lost the file. Couldn't get it back.
Oh,
And it was just like we tried calling the place, and this was early in computers and so they were like, I don't know how to help you. I don't know computers. So we didn't, it was before you had it on your phone or something like that. Would have made things a lot easier, but not the case. Oh, Randy Orton again.
Back of the rope. That's going to force a separation.
so when I tie into that, the current WWE champion, I was able to watch him live at the Rochester, New York Main Street Arena, which held, I believe, maybe 400 people tops.
Wow.
Drew was the NXT champion. He had the second best match I've ever seen live against Andrade.
Wow.
The first being NXT TakeOver 2 years ago with the 2 out of 3 falls with Gargano and Adam Cole.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
I think it was the same week you two were at WrestleMania.
It might have
It was
been.
in Brooklyn. It was.
Oh, yes, of course. Of course. But of course. Mike Rosa made a point to say, because we were talking about the Festival of Friendship, because I literally screamed when I found out what was happening.
RKOTs.
When I think of somebody screaming when something bad's about to happen, I think about that guy when Seth Rollins was about to turn on the Shield, when he had the chair ring back, and you hear that guy go, "No!" and he hits Roman Reigns. Man, he almost had that RKO. They're really hyping up the whole thing that out of nowhere, either of these guys can hit their finishing move.
Yep.
They're also hyping up subtly that the RKO is so dangerous that McIntyre knows he gets hit, he loses the title.
Yep.
Well, yeah, you see the face of McIntyre, a guy who's not afraid of anything. He respects that RKO because he knows he gets hit with that RKO, it can be all over.
Yes, it does.
Oh, man. Really good stuff here. Well, guys, I think it's time for a little bit of the bubbly. I think it's time for me to have a little bit of the seltzer bubbly. I don't know what you guys were assuming I meant. I would never drink live on air, guys. I mean, I have a little more class than that. I don't do that anymore. And Andrew, stop drinking out of that.
I mean, I didn't say I had class.
Now we have a Mr. Pinkins here asking, do you guys watch actual sports? Now, I'll say to you this, sir, I do think that this is athletic competition, and we have a good time watching it. But if you want to catch up on other professional sports, such as baseball, basketball, football, hockey, I encourage you, sir, to check out our lineup every week. Check out the Game Changer Sports Network, sir, and you can see all of our sports. We cover baseball on Mondays. We cover basketball and hockey on Thursdays, football on Tuesdays, and, of course, then on the weekends, usually we get Talk Interference Sports on Saturday. They cover everything, and Circus Monkey Sports, they cover everything there, too. So if you're not a wrestling fan, that's totally cool, Mr. Pinkins. We totally get it, but we encourage you to check out the rest of our content because I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Thank you so much for your comment and for your review. Really appreciate it. Oh, we got almost 10 people watching us on Twitch. Guys, I love you on the Twitch. Guys, remember, check out our Twitch. We really need it, guys. Make sure you go over there. Oh, my God. Randy Orton just sing-brothered Drew McIntyre
Did he land on one of the monitors?
He did.
I think he did.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Wait. Here it is.
Wow.
Did you just say brothered? Because I think
He
I just
sing-brothered him. When he threw him up and him, he sing-brothered
Yeah,
him. Boom!
No, he didn't. He just landed flat.
He landed flat. He's doing it again! Oh! God.
Delicious.
Ooh.
Delicious.
delicious. He says.
Dean Yates is asking for a fantasy football show. I'll have to bring that to the people upstairs, Dean. It does seem to make a lot of sense, just saying. Dean, oh, man. Drew McIntyre now reeling. Oh, no, we're going to get the Drake DDT. Oh, not the Drake DDT. Okay. Oh, no. He's going for a suplex instead. Oh, my God, a vicious suplex off that.
Ooh.
That really takes a lot of strength to get it from that specific angle because that wasn't a straight up high up angle.
No,
it was just a straight up.
Man,
That was a
Drew's
power-
back must be hurting.
A lot of power from Randy Orton to be able to do that. Also, a lot of power from Randy Orton to be able to make him land like that on the announce tables when he was slamming him on
That's
there.
what I'm getting at, the angling.
It's a lot. Real quick, and as Randy Orton goes for a pinfall, kicks out at 1. Drew McIntyre's tights, they have Brock Lesnar's skull logo with a sword through it.
Ooh.
I just realized that. I like that, but I also don't like that. It was the one thing I didn't like about, like with Seth Rollins, when he was the King Slayer and then he was the Beast Slayer. I think that was actually working against Seth Rollins. I think it should just be Seth Rollins. Let's think the Slayer. Let's call him that if you want, or call him the Executioner or something like that. I just think when you started attaching them too directly to people that they've beaten, maybe that's not so great. But it is Brock Lesnar, so I guess that's definitely something you want to tout.
Something like that.
Or something like that. Well, I'm so far really into this match. I mean, they're really going back and forth on each other. Randy Orton's now stomping away at the limbs, a traditional Randy Orton moveset here, reminding you that while Drew McIntyre is a juggernaut, and he's definitely been around wrestling, he's no newbie, Randy Orton has been doing what he does at a higher level than most people have in their entire lives. So, definitely that's showing here.
And has Michael Cole said the words "vintage Randy Orton" yet?
I was waiting on that.
Had that.
I was waiting
I'm
on that.
assuming right here we're getting vintage Randy Orton as far as we go there.
DDT. We'll have that.
That vintage Randy Orton. No, you know what the vintage Randy Orton is when he does that back breaker when he has the neck and he does like that. Oh, that's always when I knew the end was near. I'm like, here we go. And Randy Orton posing to the crowd. of
That
people
is-
on. I love it, man.
Beautiful.
I think it looks so cool with all these monitors. I really love this dome gimmick. I think the Thunderdome's a little bit like hokey, and having Vince McMahon go out there on Friday Night SmackDown, he's like, WWE always brings the thunder, and I'm like, oh my God, Vince, no, stop.
You brought the Thunder and then you bought them. Kill the name Thunder. Thunder needs to go away. Just call it the Dome.
Oh, that's right. Michael Cole's not doing. Michael Cole's not doing
Oh yeah.
the commentating tonight. Oh, it stinks. I kind of want it now.
Tired.
Just ignore the fact that
Going back from our, going back. Clinton made a point to say, we were talking about Seth Rollins' many gimmicks. He said Seth Rollins went from the Architect to the Kingslayer to the Beast Slayer to the Messiah. He's had a couple of gimmicks.
A couple of shots along the way, too.
Carissa, our good friend Carissa, saying that was a stellar impression, Nick. She enjoyed my impression of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh,
So thank you very much, Carissa. We really appreciate you keeping along with the show, watching, liking, sharing. We appreciate everyone. We've had such an awesome turnout tonight from people watching our show. I have to give all the credit to, I think, of Mr. Matt. He's the one that brought all these people. And I'm just, listen, everyone here did a great
Family.
job. But he brought his family, all right? He went a little above. Oh, my God. I know for a fact now Andrew's also drinking alcohol when he has the flask because I forgot he has a 7-Up. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm like, maybe he put the 7-Up inside it. I'm like, no, he's drinking out of the 7-Up bottle right now. Damn it. All right.
oh.
Oh, we appreciate it. And again, everybody, we really, 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 really appreciate everyone who is following us on Twitch. Official_GCSN. We encourage you to be there. All of the live programming of Game Changer Sports Network appears on Twitch when we go live. So make sure you get there. We really appreciate it. Oh, Carissa says, I love you guys. Look at that. So much love being spread amongst all of us. We love you too, Carissa. And say hello to your fiance, Sal, who we also love very, very much. We cannot wait to be a part of your guys' special day. That's right. Me and Andrew are going. So we are very excited. I'm giving a shout out to them as well, man. Come on.
No comment.
It's going to be a fun time.
Also, I'm going to point out, the flask is empty. There's like nothing in here. There was never anything in there.
Man, let me tell you something right now. Drew McIntyre's got a really good figure 4 leg lock in. Maybe a little tribute to Ric Flair, but oh no. Oh, look at that. I never knew I can find someone who has stronger looking legs than Randy Orton, but that person's name is Drew McIntyre. Oh, look at that. What a great move by Randy Orton. He pulls the ref down, distracts him so he can rake the eyes of Drew McIntyre. I'm going to ask you guys a question right now. Have you ever seen someone get disqualified for raking the eyes of an opponent?
Not
The
really.
older like NWA days, you could.
But, like, I find that there have been so many times when someone pulls hair or goes to the eyes and the ref's looking right at it and, like, they yell at them, like, hey, don't do that. But they
Well,
don't
yeah, modern wrestling nowadays, it's kind of de-emphasized for the sake of the dramatic effect. But way back when, an eye rake, getting out of the rope, throwing your opponent over the top rope, those necessarily constitute disqualifications.
Yep.
Well, especially the NWA or the AWA days or
Them too.
definitely, sure.
It's just frowned upon now. It's just frowned upon.
Chris is saying, let's go. November 2021, baby. Thanks, Rona. Yes, I know. Your wedding did get pushed back, Carissa. But you know what that means? It means that the wedding in 2021 is going to be even better because it's going to be everything you want and so much more. We can't wait for it. And as I say that, Drew McIntyre is bleeding from a look. Looks like it's almost near his eye. I thought it was the bridge of his nose, but it looks like it's by his eye, actually.
Yeah, that's like near his eye.
Yeah, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre just slugging it out right now. Both men have beating the crap out of each other. Oh, the vintage uppercuts from Randy Orton about to come into play right now.
Vintage
Boom.
Randy Orton. Vintage Randy Orton right there.
European uppercuts, they're always effective.
those uppercuts he learned from Kurt Angle. I am sure of it because Kurt Angle loved to do those when he was wrestling. Man, they are just absolutely smacking each other in the face. I love this. Oh, goes for the RKO. No, gets pushed off. Big clothesline. Big clothesline. Drew McIntyre. Is he about to do a belly-to-belly suplex?
Here we go.
Oh, he throws him into the corner. Another belly-to-belly suplex from Drew McIntyre.
Belly-to-belly. Boom.
We got our friend Jay over here. Jay, thanks so much for joining us, man. We appreciate it. The figure 4 was a nice touch, but a little Scottish chin music would be beautiful. Let me tell you something. We can definitely see it tonight. Let's keep an eye on that. If it happens, Jay, we're calling it Scottish chin music after you, man. That was a great, great pickup there. Drew McIntyre going to the top rope now. What's he thinking here? Big clothesline off the top rope. Reminds me of Kane when he would go to the top rope, man. That was a huge clothesline for him.
Uh-oh. You've made the Scottish man angry.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Is he going to do
If
it?
the movie Braveheart has taught me anything, you don't make the Scottish man angry. So this is not going to go well for the St. Louis homegrown man of Randy Orton. He puts Randy Orton on the top rope, gives him a chop for his troubles. I don't know what's going to happen here. Boom! A punch right to the face. My God. I hope the ref is checking to make sure those are not closed fist punches. But, McIntyre tried to go for a suplex. He slipped, though. Randy Orton's retaking control of this match.
What are we doing here?
I'm just watching two things at once. I want SummerSlam and the Bruins game at once.
Oh, Orton's bleeding too.
Oh, come on.
Yep.
I just got an incredible video. Oh, my God!
Oh, Randy. Oh, Randy. Oh my God. Oh.
Oh, wow. Randy Orton took a nasty bump off that top rope from Drew McIntyre. It was more of like a pull down. It wasn't really a suplex. He just kind of just pulled them right down. Just got a great Snapchat from our friend Carissa saying that Sal says he feels like $1 million for getting a shout out on our show. And so they are very appreciative of that. So we should all feel very good. They all feel like $1 million. That's what we do here at the Game Changer Sports Network. We make people feel good. So we're going for the Future Shock. Almost got it. Oh, maybe an RKO. Oh, Future Shock. He hits it. He's got it.
RKO.
He's going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, he kicked out. Wow.
Oh.
Wow, that was close. Randy Orton now is bleeding off the top of his head, too.
A little late to the party there, Nick.
I missed that. I'm sorry. I did not notice that till just now. Let me ask you, Martin. Martin, how are you liking this match so far?
I'm liking it. It's a pretty good match. Both are going at it. And I think the recognition has to come soon.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You'd think so from all the abuse these guys are taking here. Randy Orton, both guys are bleeding. Drew McIntyre out by almost the bridge of his nose, his eye area. You have Randy Orton, just the dead top. Oh, my! A straight punch to Randy Orton's mouth there. I don't know what. Drew McIntyre going back up to the top rope. Is he going to go for a Claymore kick from the top rope?
I think he is.
Oh, nope. Clothesline. Randy Orton with that scoop slam. That's vintage Randy Orton right there.
Scoop slam.
Well, those cars are obviously racing to get home so they can get the GCSN on their computer and they can watch the network at the same time. Clearly, that's what's happening there.
Absolutely.
Boom, 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 boom. Great stuff here, guys. And again, guys, I want to thank everybody who is watching us here on Facebook, everyone who's watching us on YouTube. And we got Sal, but he's a New York boy, Sal. So you know what that means, Andrew. We got For everybody who's not from New York, they don't understand it, but that's fine. What's up, Sal, man? Hope you're having a good time watching SummerSlam just like we are. A Glaskov kiss from Mr. Drew McIntyre right onto the bloody Randy Orton clothesline, taking them both out of the ring. Man,
wait a minute. I'm from New York, and I didn't understand what that was.
You gotta come
It was
down, buddy. You
beautiful.
gotta get downstate a little bit.
But I loved it.
Wow.
Well, come back, man. You got some more friends to hang out with when you come down next time, man.
Yeah, I'll get any of this.
Yeah, all right, both men trying to get back in before the count of 10.
I mean, I don't know why Drew would. That he would,
Oh.
he would retain the belt if he got a count
Here
out.
we go. Draping DDT. Is he gonna get it? And boom, a draping DDT. Vintage Randy Orton.
I'm trying to figure out where this cut happened. Like, how did he get cut?
I think it's when that move off the top rope, dude. I think he might have hit his head.
I'm wondering if Drew and Randy Orton collided heads at one point because they both seem to have a cut at the same area.
Yeah, it might be. Dean Yates asks a very interesting question, guys, and I want everyone in the comments section, everyone who's watching, to answer this one too. So HBK is Mr. WrestleMania. Is Randy Orton Mr. SummerSlam? It's an interesting question. I mean, he's had awesome SummerSlam moments for sure. Obviously, his win over Chris Benoit for his first world title was a great match. His match with The Undertaker, if you guys remember, was another great match. Him versus John Cena, 2009. Trying to think of some other good ones. Personally, my favorite match, him versus Christian, 2011. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was might be.
Wasn't it against Daniel Bryan when he cashed
Well,
in?
then there was the moment against Daniel Bryan, the cash in, where he. Now, did he just hit the RKO? No, he didn't hit the RKO.
Punt kick.
Oh man, we're setting up the punt kick. We have to agree. If he punt kicks him, he's got to win, right? The punt kick's got to be an end-all finishing move. Look at the blood running down the bridge of the nose of Randy Orton. The viper in his eyes. Oh my God! Drew McIntyre picked him up, slamming him down. That is immense power from Drew McIntyre. He's going in the corner now, hyping himself up. He's going to do the 3 count for the Claymore kick.
Is the crowd going to do the 3 count behind? I'm curious. I'm very curious.
Oh. Well, I got to tell you, I give him so much props for that count because it's such a simple count and he made it cool.
Oh, wait. He's not doing the count.
He's not going to do the count. Yeah,
He's not doing it. Wow.
Oh, he's just going to – he's going for it.
He's going for it. Misses it big time. Sails himself right over. Randy Orton goes for the RKO.
Backslide roll up.
Oh!
Nice.
Wow.
You know what? I like that. I like that.
Drew McIntyre wins.
Wow.
Man.
No, I like that.
Neither man
I like
hit
that.
their finishing move. Neither man hit their finishing move.
That's exactly it.
On a backslide, Drew McIntyre retains the WWE Championship. Wow. Jay says, what?
I like it.
He says, oh my God. Wow.
You know what? I'm okay with that because that not
violent.
only sold the fact that both their finishers could end the match, it prolongs the feud to the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, we see it like next week, so it makes sense.
I love that. That's a good way to end that match.
Wow. Wow, man. I have to take a second. That was a real good chess match between 2 awesome wrestlers. And like people are saying in the comments section, Mike Rose is saying he loves that old school storytelling. Really great. Dean Yates makes the point that says, you know why Payback is next week.
That's also a good point.
But Andrew, you made the point just now. The whole time they're talking about how both of their finishing moves, you hit it once, it's over. And they did a really good job here protecting both. I think that Randy Orton looks good here. I think Drew McIntyre looks good here. Drew McIntyre had to do something that you'd never expect Drew McIntyre to do. He's not a kind of guy who does a roll up or a backslide like that. So really good stuff.
It was a way for him to get out of the match without basically, like, in a sense, everyone looks good here because Drew literally escaped by the skin of his teeth. You've ruined the momentum that he's built up right now as it is. And if you beat Drew, Drew's lost the momentum from beating Brock Lesnar. So in a sense, this kind of evens it out a little bit, prolongs the feud for the next one. If Orton wins the next match, so be it. But at least it shows Drew's a fighting champion.
It did absolutely. They found a way to be able to do everything they needed to do here, which is great. Luther saying this was a statement win for Drew McIntyre. That can definitely be argued. I said going into this, he had to have a good match with Randy Orton to prove to everyone why he deserves to be in this main event spot. He did. Really awesome match. I was on the edge of my seat. I didn't know what was going to happen. Mike Rosa brings a really interesting point. He's saying, I don't think that's the end of the never see it coming thing. I agree with you because they did not do any of their finishers. Something tells me that something might be happening later on. Oh, tomorrow night on Raw. Let's see what they're going to say in here. If anything interesting. Raw has no limits. Huh?
Ooh.
Oh! The limitless one, Keith Lee, is coming to Monday Night Raw.
Interesting.
Wow.
Nice move right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Keith Lee will make his Raw debut tomorrow night. Wow. Nate saying yes. Jay is screaming. Keith Lee is here. Dre is saying, screaming Keith Lee to the top. I was like, wow, this is beautiful.
And I get to see it live, and I get to see that in the Thunderdome.
That's right. He's going to be in the Thunderdome.
Oh, wow.
It kind of defeats the purpose of NXT being a third brand, but hey, Keith Lee's on Raw.
I like it. Now I was going to save this for Wednesday, but I'll say my opinion for that one.
Damn.
Keith Lee is coming up, baby. As Ryan's saying here, Keith Lee, whoop, whoop, Keith Lee, whoop, whoop.
I quit.
Yep, and he said, what the hell? Keith Lee's on his way to Raw. And as Mike Rosa is about to say the thing that all of us are thinking right now. Please don't ruin him. Please don't ruin him. Please don't ruin him. WWE, please, if you are watching this, if one of your poor social media interns who has to stalk and make sure that no one's, live streaming your shows for free, please, we ask of you, we beg of you, do not ruin Keith Lee. Please. Dean Yates makes a very interesting point here. He says, calling it right now, Keith Lee wins the Rumble.
Interesting. There he goes. The official payback next Sunday.
I'm telling you, they're going to announce it. They're going to announce Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre.
Either now or tomorrow.
Oh. They have to defend the tag team titles at Backlash, Bayley and Sasha.
Payback.
Payback, sorry.
Who is it against?
Probably the Iconics. Or Ruby and Liv.
Who should win it? The Iconics should win it. Please.
Well, here we go, guys.
Here we go, guys. We're getting now the no-holds-barred match of the century. The two movie monsters are colliding. Braun Strowman taking on The Fiend in a false count anywhere match. This match might get hokey, guys, but I'm kind of interested to see where this goes. Let's do some late predictions here. Late predictions. I think we're just going over their feud so far. But guys, some late predictions here. I'm going to start with Matt. Then we're going to work down to Andrew. And we're going to finish off with Mr. Martin. Matt, who's walking out of this match, man?
The Fiend is walking out with the title because of a distraction by Alexa Bliss.
Wow. All right. All right, Mr. Andrew. You had to bet your house, man. What's happening tonight with this match?
I wouldn't bet my house on this one, but
your house.
It's a bit of a catch-22, honestly, because the Fiend really shouldn't be winning the title. Honestly, because who's going to beat the Fiend? Who can believably beat the Fiend for the title past that point? Conversely, Braun
Roman
Strowman.
Reigns.
What's up?
I said
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. Big dog.
Now,
He's not back yet.
now something
But,
should be said, guys. Something should be said about Roman Reigns. WWE very recently started getting some more Roman Reigns gear.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
so he might be coming back soon.
Big dog coming back.
To save SmackDown from the Fiend.
Or from Braun.
Oh boy.
Or from Braun.
I'd rather
Braun.
Braun.
I'd rather Braun. For the love of God, make it Braun, please.
Oh,
If the plan is for Roman Reigns to return and win the championship immediately, for the love of Christ, make it that it's Braun then, because that's better. Now,
Here's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
you could have. It's a false. I think it's a false count anywhere or no disqualification match.
I think
You could
it's
have
false
the
count
Fiend
anywhere,
carry under a bunch of things, and then have Braun win that way. You could have the Fiend win, and then Roman Reigns saves the day, like you guys said. Or this could end in a no contest as well. It's tricky. It's very tricky. As for an official pick, it's got to be the Fiend. It's just got to be the Fiend. Braun can go a little bit more unhinged from this by losing the title.
it has to be the Fiend. But you made such a good point there. It's such a hard situation because you don't want to give Bray a championship because we've already seen what happens when he gets a championship. We had the thing is this. If you thought it was bad before when he lost the title, it's going to be worse this time. Because last time you could there was so many elements that made it almost okay. You had him going against Bill Goldberg in Saudi Arabia. Bill Goldberg needed the title. They wanted to do something with that, and the Fiend did a good job of playing the whole it's a sacrifice. You notice that when after that match was over with Bill Goldberg, he jumped right back up because the Fiend did not care about the title. It was about getting to John Cena for WrestleMania for their Firefly Funhouse match. They don't have that situation here. So if he wins the title, you're right, Dean, Andrew. What do you have for him to do? I think then the only person right now who you really can go against him is AJ Styles. And is AJ Styles really going to be the one that defeats the Fiend clean?
They do have a bit of a bailout though when it comes to the Fiend. Conversely, and that's having him lose as Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt. He could believably lose the match and the Universal title post-haste as a result. But the problem is, if you have the Fiend win the title here and then have him lose consequently, like you just mentioned with Goldberg, then all you're doing is just downplaying the Fiend. And at some point, they're going to have to humanize him. Otherwise, believably, he's just never going to lose, and that doesn't make for good writing. But it's a bit of a corner when it comes to the Fiend's character.
Yeah, I got the Fiend. Yeah, I got the Fiend winning.
You get the Fiend winning.
After Alexa Bliss interferes.
We're back now. We're going to the Firefly Funhouse, guys.
See the bullets flying through me.
Wait, I need to see this entrance. The Thunderdome entrance for the Fiend is just wild.
Ooh, we're getting the first Thunderdome entrance of the Fiend.
Second, happened on SmackDown.
Oh, happened on SmackDown. I want to see it now. Well, no, he just appeared though. He didn't make an entrance, did he?
Yeah, he did. Full entrance.
He did. It's
Yep.
Oh, Titantron's cool.
Wait, hang on. I gotta appreciate this for what it is. I just love the artistic direction they took with it.
I love this.
Oh my God, he's so good. This is such a great character. We got our friend Louie here saying it's boring. Well, Louie, what's boring for you? Is it our show that's boring for you? Is it WWE that's boring for you? What is it, Louie? Tell us. Tell us, you beautiful stallion. Tell us, sir, what it is that's boring for you. We'll try to make it better.
Image at the top for the Titantron. That is haunting.
That is haunting. He is a scary, Scary. I would say, I'm about to say man, but the Fiend is not a man. The Fiend is a I don't know what it is.
He's an entity. That's the image right there. Like, that is just.
I don't like that.
That is. Wow.
With the blood like trickling on the sides. Oh my god, this is so sick.
It's just everything about the Fiend's entrance. The walk, from the lighting, the stage effects.
Oh, Louis might be saying that the entrance is boring. That's what Dean is saying. Dean is saying he thinks the entrance is boring. Oh, I don't think so, Louis. I think it's a cool entrance.
If there's one thing I would have liked to see about this, it's just the fact that the Fiend comes second.
Clinton says, funny thing about AJ Styles. Anyone notice that after the Good Brothers told AJ Styles to come to Impact with them, did anyone notice how quick AJ dropped the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship? I don't think he's going anywhere, but I don't think he signed. He wants to end his career in WWE. I don't think he's going to. I'll never forget the feeling seeing the Fiend debut against Balor. For all the heat WWE creative gets, this shook the rafters last summer. I agree with Ryan. This is something that the Fiend, for even everything that happened with Bill Goldberg, they've done it right. Again, because you had the magic bullet of having him go over John Cena. In what I will argue is the biggest loss in Cena's career.
Ooh.
That's my big take with that, because he did not just beat John Cena physically, he beat him mentally. He is the only man in the history of WWE since John Cena has been, John Cena, to beat the spirit of John Cena and mentally destroy him, which to me makes it one of the biggest. Oh, wow. Oh my God. That's so sick. Oh, that's so cool.
Perfect.
Well, look at that. Oh.
I'm like a kid in a candy store watching this right now, man. This is sick. Oh, this is awesome.
Amazing. This is great.
Oh, this is really, really cool, man. Fiend getting a nice long entrance. All right, everyone watching right now, all nearly 40 people watching right now. Let us know what's going on right now, guys. Tell us your thoughts. Who is going to win this match? This is the main event of SummerSlam. The biggest party of the summer. Is the monster among men, Braun Strowman, walking out with his belt, or is the Fiend going to take it once again? Braun Strowman coming out and looking like a military jacket, kind of.
Oh, the steam behind his head.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Brandon Herrera, can he get a shout out to his 7-year-old son on his birthday tonight, guys?
Hey,
Happy
look
birthday,
at that.
buddy.
Happy birthday, Brandon. Happy birthday, Brandon's son. Happy birthday, Brandon. Brandon's not 7 years old. I hope he's not anyway. But happy birthday to your son, man. That's fantastic. I hope he's enjoying SummerSlam tonight. We got Newman right here. Mr. Rose saying Strowman. I mean, Strowman's definitely a really good pick, man. Definitely a good pick. Another happy birthday shout out from Clinton to your son, Brandon. Everybody, I'm loving it. Happy birthday, Jackson. Oh, is that his name, Jackson? Oh, fantastic. Happy birthday, Jackson.
He just said it a couple of posts up. His name is Jackson.
I didn't see his name's Jackson. I'm so sorry about that. Happy birthday,
Jackson. Hope you are celebrating it and have a great one, kid.
Luther says Braun retains. A lot of people saying Braun retains. I'm very surprised at that. The monster is not among men tonight. He is the Fiend. Oh,
I like
what?
That's pretty cool.
Jay,
that is really cool.
Jay, this might be Jay's first time. I don't remember if Jay's been on here before, but Jay, some awesome points you're making tonight, good sir. Really
We're
good
living
stuff.
in 2020. Jay's like in 3020 right now.
He's in 30. What was the Black Eyed Peas song? You know,
here we go.
I'm in 3008. You're in 2000 and late. Wow, Braun Strowman bringing the fight right away to the Fiend.
And the Fiend just does not care.
The Fiend likes it. As you always tell me, Andrew, tell me, what is the Fiend at his heart? He's
I'm distracted right now. I'm sorry.
It's okay. He's a masochist. You always told me that.
Yeah,
that was Braun.
The Fiend is a masochist right now. Like, he enjoys this. He loves this. Yeah. And everything about the Fiend, whenever you, like I mentioned, he is an entity. So whatever, he's just snapped his neck twice.
He's snapping his neck twice. Yeah, this is
anytime you ever encounter the Fiend, you change. You regress or you change. And everyone that the Fiend is feuded with has changed. And this is another case.
Everyone who the Fiend has come into contact with has changed. Or, who he's defeated has changed. So definitely, comes up here. Oh, look at Clinton saying Bray wins, gives Alexa the throat another. Okay, wow, I'm taking off that comment instantly. Clinton, I can't do that. I should have read that before I put it up there. This is an interesting one. Bray wins, attacks Bliss. Either way, Otis is cashing in tonight. Dean really wants an Otis cash in tonight. I will admit, I did not see that coming, but for the love of God, don't do that. Please, no.
Do it. Be a rebel. Do it. We never saw it coming.
Brandon asked Brandon. Stop. Could we see a second Fiend in Bray Wyatt's brother, No Dallas, which he then later connects as Bo Dallas? I don't think so. But Bo Dallas can definitely come into play at some point. He's a creative enough guy. Oh my God, Strowman just threw. Oh my God, absolutely bodies the Fiend through the barricade with himself, a steamroller. Oh, man, it looks like Strowman's now taking off all the stuff off the announce table. By the way, guys, real quick time check. It is 9:52, so this match can go on for a little while.
So do you think this ends before or after 10:30?
Oh, a big choke slam onto the table. The table did not break, though.
Ooh, kind of.
Oh, that was
table.
kind of did, but that was
Table.
still stiff city.
Table 2, WWE 1.
No, not gonna go 35 more minutes.
I don't know if it's going to go 35 more minutes. I think it's going to be before 10:30.
I think
Or
this
at
match
least
is going to have the cinematics coming in.
Well, I see how Otis trying to cash in. Could definitely see. Well, I can see Otis trying to cash in, but I do not want to see him successfully cash in. I'll put it that way.
I just want Otis to lose his briefcase right now.
I'm seeing something that's kind of taking me out of the match a little bit. The Fiend mask is kind of struggling to stay on Bray's face.
Yeah, maybe they're fixing it right now. They're giving a lot of airtime right now to Strowman.
But you could see it. Like, you could see it move around. It looks like something may be wrong with the mask.
Mr. Jollymore saying he forgot there was a match put on the Bruins game. I feel bad for you. There's a good match happening right now.
Yeah,
That's what I'm doing. I'm having SummerSlam on one side of my screen and the Bruins game on the other side.
Well, we appreciate your dedication to the craft, Mr. Martin. You were not going to miss your Bruins game, but you made sure you checked out. You're still here on the live with us. We really appreciate it.
That is not what Braun said, but okay.
Yeah, that's not what Braun said.
That is not what Braun said at all.
I think he said fudge. Fudge.
He said fudge.
Fudge.
It's like that. They were doing the video package for Sasha and Bailey before, and they talked about when Bailey put on the referee's ring, and she ring the bell, and she did not say ring the freaking bell. They edited the crap out of that because I was there that night doing the live with you guys, and she said ring the effing bell. Oh, Jake says he's back to making sure he's watching the ending of SummerSlam, so that's good to hear. Yeah, they're going to the back, guys.
Will we see damage done to the WWE universe? Will they knock over the LED?
Into the barricade, into the LED boards, excuse me. Oh my God, what if Retribution attacks the Firefly Funhouse?
Ooh.
I kind of hope not.
What?
I hope that they don't for their own sake. For their own sake, that'd be pretty goddamn bad. Don't do that.
So what would you guys say if Retribution just does not show up at all? Like during the entire show, they don't show up.
I mean, it would just make the tagline of SummerSlam kind of weird.
If nothing we never saw it coming, other than Drew McIntyre pull up. Now
they're going back.
Not enough.
They're right now in the gorilla position. They're just fighting all over the place here.
Gorilla.
Boom! It's another
TV.
Yeah, almost knocked over the TV. Oh, he's gonna go for a Sister Abigail right here.
TV.
Sister Abigail, he hits it. And remember, this is a false count anywhere match. He's gonna go for a pin right here.
It's a false count
1,
match.
2. Oh, kicks out at 2.5.
It's a really weird look seeing the Fiend wrestle backstage.
Yes. And he's laughing still.
He's laughing really hard. You hear that that cackle? My God.
It kind of reminds me of Twisted Metal and Sweet Tooth. If anybody's played that series before.
Oh, Twisted Metal. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're totally
Sweet Tooth.
right.
He's Sweet Tooth. So Bray's basically Marcus Kane and Rabina Sweet Tooth.
Going now to the back. Nothing's going on. Oh, they're back. They're back to the ring.
Oh, they went the other way.
Brandon saying he's saying it's 20 seconds ahead. Make sure you don't give us any spoilers there, Brandon.
Be a rebel.
On the LED light. On the LED board.
Oh, wow. Strowman's bleeding on the top of his head, it looks like.
Probably from the LED board.
Yeah, definitely from the LED board. And Strowman is there should be Bray is really manhandling Strowman right now. He's gonna. Well, there's nothing there. There's no table down there. There's just a bunch of. Where's he throwing him? This seems a little weird. He's trying to bring him down the entrance ramp now. I don't know where he's trying to go with him. That's a big little circular cut there. Strowman just trying to scroll out of the way as the Fiend stares at him. And now Brandon asks a very interesting question. I want everyone here in the comments section to let us know what your thoughts are. If WWE is going to bring back the Wyatt family, does it start tonight? Well, it could not be the Wyatt family. He's got the mandible claw. He's got the mandible claw in his mouth.
It can't be
Which
the
glove is he using?
Wyatt family that we know.
He's using the Hurt glove.
Well, they can split the seeds tonight if they wanted to. Well, they can plant the seeds tonight with Alexa Bliss as Sister Abigail. They could do that.
You could do that. It'd be very, very different Wyatt family than we remember it to be. A lot of bleeds tonight, man. Kind of like it.
I'm very curious to see what the rest of the match.
Yeah, but Alexa needs a gimmick change.
Oh.
Sister Abigail might be the thing for her.
A big stone sledgehammer shot right to the chest. 2 kicks out. Mike Rose is screaming, "Come on, Fiend!"
He can't hear you. Oh. Scream louder.
He will scream his head off in Vegas. Reno 911 will get called on him. And here we go. Braun Strowman gets the Fiend back into the middle of the ring. Whoop! Picked them up. Is he going to go for a power slam?
It's going to happen.
Power slam. He's got it.
And then a 1 count.
No.
Not even. A 2 count. Okay.
It's weird to me. This is a false count. It's a false count anywhere match. They've only spent a small amount of time in the back, and they already brought it back to the ring.
For now. It's probably... I'm thinking this match is going to degenerate into a cinematic match at some point.
I would think so.
Also, Stein Guy in the Thunderdome.
Look, oh my God, it's Stein Guy. Stein Guy's back.
Stein Guy's back.
Hey, Stein Guy.
A lot of hardcore no DQ matches tonight. Yeah, which is good because that means there's actually finishes. I'll take it. Give me the finish. There's been no hokey finishes tonight. I love it. Luther's saying, "Let's go, Braun."
Actually, he's saying, "Let's go, Braun."
Go, Braun.
Go, Braun. Let's go, Braun.
Why does he have a box cutter?
Go, Braun.
He has a box cutter.
Why does he have a box cutter?
Oh, I hope he's not trying to cut the mask.
Oh, is he cut the mask? Oh boy.
Oh no. I
think that's where he's going.
If he tries to cut the mask, that's gonna really kill the Fiend.
No, he's
cutting the ring.
Oh, he's cutting the ring.
Oh, he's trying to cut the ring.
You realize he could
the wood.
Braun, there are wires on the side of the apron. You could have just cut it up that way. You have to sell that for the fans.
Okay, all I'm saying though is I did not see that coming. Did not see him doing that.
Yes,
Wow.
I didn't see that.
Braun, how are they going to make the comparative ring pieces? You're
shut up.
ruining merchandise.
Shut up. He's just mad because Tommaso Ciampa did it once, so he
boy.
hates the practice of it now.
I don't understand.
Oh, the Fiend's back up. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, an STO onto the explode. Oh, Sister Abigail
And
over the wood.
Abigail.
He hits it. He's pulling him back up, not going for the pinfall. What's he thinking right now?
Another
He's going to do it again. Another Sister Abigail. He hits it. 2 Sister Abigails.
Is he gonna do it?
3 falls on top of the wood.
Oh, that has to be over.
1,
2, 3. The Fiend wins.
Okay.
The Fiend is
No
the
delay.
Universal Champion once again. Whoa.
That is wow.
I mean, okay.
What?
That is
What the
interesting
what?
there.
Yep. What the what?
Huh.
Wow.
There's a
Okay.
lot of people
I mean, it's
Wow.
oh,
Oh,
Roman.
Roman
It's
Reigns.
Roman.
Oh, no.
It's
Oh,
Roman.
it's Roman.
Oh, my God. It's Roman Reigns.
Nick,
Oh,
Nick,
no.
I think you're.
Oh,
Nick, I
no.
think you're with nightmares
No.
about to come.
No.
I think you're with nightmares about to come true.
Oh, no,
I
no.
think
Oh,
it's about
no.
to come true.
Oh, God, no.
Oh.
Why is he
They're
looking
gonna
at
be in
Braun?
the Roman.
Why is he looking at Braun? What is going on right now? Braun, and he just spears the shit out of Braun Strowman.
Is Roman a heel now?
Oh, they can save it. They can save it right now. Call out Retribution.
I made you. Wait, listen.
I made you.
You're not a monster unless I'm here.
Ooh.
What is going on right now? Roman Reigns is here. He just laid waste to both the
What-
Fiend and Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman.
Wreck
He's
everyone. Steve.
He's going right after Braun Strowman before the Fiend. The big dog is back, but the big dog's a heel. He is just, oh my God. Roman Reigns is beating the hell out of Braun Strowman.
Wait, is he actually heel?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's saying a lot of heel stuff. He's doing a lot of heel things. Oh no! Don't go into the ring now. Don't go into the ring now, please. I mean, it's a really heel thing what he just did. He just showed up and started attacking someone. I mean, if he's not a heel, then they're stupid. He's a heel right now.
Nick, let the moment breathe.
Oh my God. I'm freaking out. Roman Reigns.
I like Reigns being there. I'm glad he's back, but what is it going to lead to?
Big spear onto Bray Wyatt.
Where is this going to lead to?
Hmm.
I got pretty.
Very nice.
I like
He wants
Reigns
the
coming-
title.
I like Reigns coming back, but I
Big
think this
thing.
is.
Very interesting point. They did with Roman what they should have done with Cena a long time ago. I'm 100% into this. And the fans are kind of booing. They're piping in boos.
Oh wow!
Roman Reigns stands tall, holding the belt.
Is Roman's theme music different?
This is gonna be.
His shirt says "Wreck everyone and leave."
Oh, you didn't leave there, but okay.
Well, guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, certainly, I think it lived up to its title. I did not see that coming at all. We got
Same
no
here.
no crazy cinematic match, but we got, in my opinion, my initial thoughts real quick was a really good SummerSlam. At the very least, a really good SummerSlam. Matt, I'll let you. Matt, what do you think? What are your thoughts initially?
Total show. All matches were on point. There was really no, let's call it low point show. Everything was good. I enjoyed the show. Minus not having Retribution. I think that's a bad call. You got to put them on the show. You're gonna plug them and plug them and plug them throughout the entire show. You have to put them on.
I agree with you there. I mean, definitely it was weird that they did not, they did all this marketing around them being here tonight, and they just didn't end up showing up. Andrew, what do you think about this SummerSlam right now?
First impressions, very good show. The flow was very nice. Nothing dragged. I'm obviously going to end up rewatching it a little bit just to get a clearer view because this is all fresh in my head. But that ending, that was something. That definitely made me invest on SmackDown for sure.
Well, I definitely have to watch SmackDown now. SmackDown's a must-watch show on Friday now. Martin, what about you?
That was good too. Yeah, I think it was a pretty good show. I mean, I think WWE really stepped it up this week during the show, and I liked it. They really stepped it up.
Mr. Jake Jollymore giving the show a B-, and we'll definitely have to get more of his thoughts on Wednesday. We'll have a more fleshed out thoughts on Wednesday. Overall, though, I thought this was a very good show. There wasn't really that many weak matches. I mean, the weakest match with Sonya Deville and Mandy, and even with that, we made it pretty interesting. So I give us a lot of credit there. Mike Rosa says, I don't want him to come back Friday and be a face. What he did was heelish, but he did it against two heels. This could be a babyface Roman. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I hope not.
I'm hoping he comes back as heel, but WWE, you know what's happened with them. They're probably going to make sure that he's the top babyface.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I just want to say thank you to everyone here watching right now, to all the people throughout the night. You've been sticking around for over 3 hours of wrestling. We really appreciate it. It was awesome. A lot of fan engagement, which we love. Riley, if you want to know who won, you can check out all the posts here. Braun Strowman lost his championship to Bray Wyatt, and then a returning Roman Reigns, causing some havoc. Drew McIntyre retained his WWE Championship. Asuka leaves with the Raw Women's belt. Those are the last 3 matches of the night. I want to say a big thank you to my man Martin, the MVP, which will be back, me and him, on Wednesday. A big shout out to Mr. Andrew Samaru, a great friend of the show. Thank you so much for coming on whenever you can. And thank you so much to the debuting of Mr. Matthew Boyce. Thank you for bringing your family along. We always appreciate that. We hope you do more of these shows with us, Martin. You really, really had a great time on here with you. It was a lot of fun.
Of course I will be.
Absolutely. That'd be a lot of cool. That'd be really, really cool. And again, I want to give a big thank you to everyone who watched us on Facebook, everyone who watched us on YouTube, everyone who watched us on Twitch. Really appreciate you guys. You really helped our numbers tonight. We hope you like and follow everything Game Changer Sports Network. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, and of course, follow us on Twitch. And guys, I want you to remember that this week, again, it's a new week, which means new programming, new episodes of The Wind-Up tomorrow with me and Gavin of Circus Monkey Sports. Check out the 60-yard dash of football on Tuesday. Check out us with wrestling. If you enjoy wrestling, come back on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are for wrestling. We're going to talk about everything that happened tonight and on TakeOver, and, of course, everything with AEW as well with the first night of All Out. You have, of course, then on Thursdays, the doubleheader, Inside the Ice and Behind the Basket, hockey, basketball, both playoffs happening right now. So a lot of things to talk about there. And then, of course, the weekend is the weekend. So, guys, again, thank you so much. I won't keep you holed up any longer. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys all come back again. Be sure to like the Game Changer Sports Network. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you, guys.